Ready as he's about to slurp some nudes.
Yeah. Is it mukbang or mukbang? I feel like it's mukbang.
Mukbang.
Mukbang, that's right. Mukbang is what stoners do
With mud.
with mud. I didn't really have a good way. I didn't have a good way to go there. There's really no good jokes to be made there, but oh well. All right. Hold on.
The amount of time it takes you to find it every time is just
my mouse does not respond. My mouse takes forever to respond. I don't have.
Buckle up, buckaroos.
Where's that one from?
That one felt a little. That went down my spine.
That was aggressive. Okay. All right. Welcome to Fairly Adventurous, everyone. Welcome back. We have done our checks on the audio. You can hear me now, ideally, or something else has happened wrong. In which case, I don't know what to do there. That's on you.
It wouldn't be one of our recordings.
It wouldn't be one of our recordings. That's on you, though, audience. Somehow you messed it up. We are back without a Levi and without an Andrew tonight. They had some things. Levi is at a wedding, and Andrew is, I'm sure, dealing with children. But Larry is back with us tonight. Yay, with a cool t-shirt that he picked up in Vegas. That will definitely not ever be washed. Yeah. Ever be washed. We'll just soak up those gamer juices, those gamer dad bod juices for all time. So, all right. We will get
Bring it out and sell it.
Yeah, we're into mukbangs. We're into sweaty t-shirts. We're into all of that. All right, we will go ahead and get started here. So previously on D&D, you all, sans Larry, were helping a dwarf by the name of Tralus Flintforge recover a map from Baron Torben Troy that should, in theory, lead her to the Lost Forge of Baldwin's Lost Forge. You guys broke into the town home of Lord Troy, of Baron Troy. You encountered a couple guards. You killed one by detonating him, essentially, and then Ranshaw knocked out the other two non-lethally. You got a bunch of documents. You brought them back outside to Tralus, who confirmed that one of them is the map she's looking for, and you guys are on your way back to the Coasthold Inn from there. And that is where we will start off. Gosh darn it, we're already starting with messages. You didn't even put anything. It's just a space.
It didn't work. It didn't work.
You tried to post a meme in the Roll20
You
chat.
can't post.
No, I tried to post a link and it didn't work.
Oh. Stop that. Okay. We will go ahead and start on the way back to Coasthold. To the Coasthold Inn, rather, in the Low Passage. We'll say you guys are currently in the Central District. And as you're moving through, Tralus is very much so giddy. You guys are like, she's walking. You guys are all walking, not exactly sprinting. But Tralus is just got this giant smile on the young dwarven's face. As she, Melvin, what the heck? As you all are on your way back to the location, it takes you guys about 36 to 40 minutes or so to get back to the Old Coast Inn, traveling at the speed you are in the crowded streets. But eventually you make it back, and you're back at the Old Coast Inn. A bard is playing music, people are getting drinks, and you all sit at the table. And Tralus finally sits down and she says, all right, everyone, I am certain that this is it. Thank you guys so much for doing that. I hope you didn't have to kill anyone.
Well,
No.
She looks
define
at you.
Kill.
I don't feel like I should have to define kill. I feel like that's pretty evident. But the way the hair's looking at me, I don't. Did you guys kill anyone?
Just look at the hare's hair. You'll be able to tell for yourself.
And it, like she gets this look like she's like, oh God, She looks at the map.
He's no longer the same color as he was. He's red now.
I wasn't even paying attention. I just was so excited about the map. Oh God.
He also smells like hiccups.
Don't think about it too much.
Oh God.
It's okay.
It's okay. You killed someone. You broke into a house and killed someone.
You asked us to break into the house.
I didn't ask you to kill. Oh God.
This job didn't come with parameters.
We thought it was a whatever it takes kind of mentality you wanted from us.
You sounded like you really wanted this map.
I mean, I do, but okay. Okay, hopefully. You know what? It's okay.
No tracing back to you.
You shouldn't have turned around, Bright Eyes.
You're right. There shouldn't be anything. Well, I don't know. I mean, the Baron knows if the map is taken and that's the only thing that was really taken, then the Baron probably...
It wasn't.
I mean, well, the parchments we just left on the ground. Who knows? You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm going to leave now. I'm sure that I will be able to find the forge with this information that you guys have given me, but it'll probably take me some time. If I run into any more problems, can I reach you guys here for help?
I don't see why not.
Something else.
Okay.
If we do happen to be on a job, just get with the barkeep.
Okay. I don't even know your guys' names. You know what? I don't know that I need to. I'll just leave a message for the barkeep.
He'll know the ones.
He'll know the ones. I'm just gonna ask for the rabbit. The rabbit. The blood-soaked rabbit. Before she leaves, she gets up, walks over to the barkeep, puts some coin down on the bar, and just downs an ale, like just straight shotguns it before turning over to you guys and being like, "Have a good night. Don't tell anyone my name," and then just walks out of the inn. As she's walking out, a dragonborn walks in and has to step aside for the small anxious dwarf who's fast walking out the exit as Ara walks back in and sees Auric and Melvin as well. I mean, Ara or not Ara. Ranshaw, Milo, excuse me. Ranshaw and Tarax are here with you guys. We're gonna pretend that they're not. They're just kind of quiet. But Ara, you see the rest of your party members plus 2 individuals that you've never met before, an additional dragonborn, and a human monk. Tarax is the additional dragonborn.
Nice.
And I'll let you go from there.
I walk up to the table that the party is at. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
You would not believe the time I've had.
And what would that be?
All about it.
Well, I decided I was going to go help somebody, and it ended up because I heard some talking and somebody was planning on mugging and messing with somebody and do all the bad stuff like raping and pillaging and stuff like that, and I went and stopped it. Ended up getting me arrested.
That does sound like quite
you doing a good deed got you arrested. Oh, by the way, I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
I am Arhra.
Lon, pleasure to meet you.
And then I did have the it kind of worked out though, because I end up getting offered a recruited by the
Sure, absolutely.
Order of the Gauntlet. Right?
The Huda one?
Yes. Yep.
Order of the Gauntlet. So that's where I've been.
So does that mean you're leaving us now since you're part of the Order of the Gauntlet?
No.
was gonna say, he needed to get in touch with us soon.
I am,
Mr. James Smith.
I'm not going to attempt to speak in Ranshaw's voice because I can't, and I will not be.
No,
but,
not gonna give it a try.
No, God, no.
Well, it depends what mood he's in.
Well, he's still in fall, so he's Scottish or Irish, and I can't do either one. So Ranshaw speaks up and he says, "I've heard of the order. It's interesting that they would reach out to someone that they thought committed a crime. What caused that series of events?"
Well, after it was all said and done, the woman, she ended up explaining everything, and that I did save her, and that she appreciated doing that, and that I wasn't in any wrongdoing. So that's all it took.
Oh. Well, good. All right, then.
I like how your accent started off with when you started saying heard, started off, and then it went right back to Jacob.
He gave it a little bit.
Oh, and then just normal talk.
No, all right. So Ranshaw just nods and says, "All right, well, I guess we retire now. Mon Tarax, I'm sorry. Our rooms are paid for by our Mr. Smith, our benefactor, Mr. Smith. But I don't believe, because he didn't know you existed, that yours are paid for yet. So you might see the innkeeper about rooms. By the way, Tarax, Ara, and Tarax and Mon were in the monastery with me. The monastery, the Platinum Scale. That's how we all know each other. I don't know if I explained that to everyone, but we're old acquaintances and allies. So hopefully they'll be joining us on our adventures moving forward."
I do believe it was mentioned earlier, but yes.
Ara doesn't know that.
I did not know that.
So, but Ranshaw stands, but he says, "I am off to go meditate in my room on the night's events and the party that I find myself in. The ones who don't take any diplomacy or non-lethal action." Stands up, walks out. Tarax also stands up and goes over to the innkeeper to ask for a room.
I have a feeling that we should probably walk in to situations and let everyone know if we are going to kill or not kill. I have a bit of a problem. And you gotta let me know beforehand.
That's an
Once it
understatement.
starts,
I love
there's
the
no stopping
idea,
it.
Milo. I love the idea of the blood-soaked rabbit just standing up and going, "I have a bit of a problem."
And right after saying that, he
Eye twitches.
climb down my stool and walk over to the barkeep. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, can I help you, Mr. Harrigan?
This establishment wouldn't happen to have a bath. I seem to have gotten myself into
Paint.
some nasty grass.
The
Paint.
tomato patch. It was a tomato patch.
Uh-huh.
A very iron-heavy, soiled potato patch.
Okay. Mon, you're not here, Mon. He looks at you and he says, "Yes, we can help you wash that paint off. It'll be..."
I don't need help. I just need the bath.
Okay, let me rephrase that. "We can draw you a bath, sir. We can draw you a warm bath water. We will not be touching you in any way, in case that was unclear." And he says it will be 1 gold for soap and warm water, and there is a bathroom upstairs.
Easy. Here you are.
Okay. You pay 1 gold for the service. They say, "All right, give us..." He looks at you and he signals one of the barmaids over, or one of his waitresses, and lets her know that you need a bath drawn up. And she says, "It will shouldn't take me more than about 10 minutes or so. I'll be back soon to let you know that it's ready."
Cool. Just enough time for a drink. Kind of little child trying to get on a very tall stool, climb up.
you
And one
see
drink, please.
you see the waitress catch herself I'll be right back, and the bartender just kind of smirks, and he says one silver for the drink.
Pay it up.
Okay, and he brings you a drink.
Just grab my mug and kick my feet.
Okay. All right. In a minute or so, Mon Terax returns to you and he says, "You and I are splitting a rune, Mon. Here's a key for you."
I take the key and say, "Works with me."
Okay. Terax just says, "I'm going to go ahead and head up to the room and get some sleep. It was nice meeting you, Ara."
Likewise.
So Terax leaves. In a few minutes, the waitress returns to you, Milo, and says, "Your bath is ready, sir. If you'd follow me, I'll show you which room it is."
Hop off. Follow.
Okay. And she shows you that room. Auric and Ara, are you guys doing anything?
I am gonna sit here and enjoy a beverage for a moment, I guess.
Okay.
What time of the night is it exactly?
You guys left to go to the Lord's Manor at about just around sunset, probably about an hour of travel plus half an hour or so at the manor. So we're probably looking at about 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30.
I'll have a pint.
Okay. So you guys both go up to the bartender, and he says the same thing that he said to Milo. Silver, 1 silver for the pint. You guys pay up, and he brings you guys a pint of ale.
One silver is
10 gold is 1 silver.
10 gold is 100 silver or 1 silver.
I'm sorry. 10 silver is 1 gold. So 1 gold is
Okay.
10 silver. I don't know what I said there, but
Cool.
Gentlemen, I believe I will go ahead and retire myself.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, sir.
I just read the chat, Josh. Gosh darn it. All right, Auric and
Mukbang.
Okay. All right. So Auric and Ara, it's only you two awake drinking.
What is this? This watered down beer? It's nothing like what we had out in the caravan. They brew some hard stuff. You make use of what you have out on the road.
What is this caravan you speak of?
It's a tribe, a nomadic tribe that picked me up when I was just but a wee lad. Some unfortunate events happened to me, my birth clan, and they were a witness to it, and so they rescued me when they saw me floating down the river. But they brewed some heavy stuff. They did.
Well, I might have to get some of that.
Or way down south, so if we ever find ourselves there and I spot them, for sure.
So how was y'all's mission while I was occupied?
It wasn't bad. It didn't quite go as smoothly as we wanted. I always seem to find the guys who are quite privy on attacking me back. I don't like it, but we were able to accomplish what we were after. This dwarven lady, she wanted a map to some special forge, could craft magic armor pretty easily. And so she believes it's here somewhere in Coasthold, or at the very minimum on this peninsula.
That's pretty cool. Maybe we can help her find it eventually or something.
Yeah, she said she's gonna go seek it herself, and if she needs our help, she'll seek us out again. But what about you? Your time in the slammer?
Oh, just eating some moldy bread and water. That was about it.
How long before they released you?
Literally, I just got out like right before I came straight here to the tavern. So
not too terribly long.
no.
That's good. You mentioned something about the Order of the Gauntlet. What was that? Was that gonna? I asked you earlier if it was gonna pull you away from us, but you said no. What all does that entail for you?
Well, it won't necessarily pull me away, as in if I might have to, or I might occasionally go take care of some stuff with them. But my primary focus is definitely going to be with our party.
Gotcha. What is the Order of the Gauntlet about? What's their aim?
They are. I'll have to add a character. I'll have to look that up. I can't remember exactly the words.
Here, what I'll tell you is based on your conversation with the gentleman who was with the captain who was trying to recruit you. They are an organization of fighters, people we would refer to as paladins, clerics, anyone really who believes in the idea of justice and lawful justice, that people should be punished for their crimes, regardless of their station in life, or how powerful they think they are, that everyone deserves justice as long as they've actually taken evil actions in violation of the laws or the tenets of their own idea of justice or the idea of justice of the god that they serve. Many of them are very pious, very much devoted to a god with justice in their domain.
So
Wow, where did that come from?
yeah, I heard it too, but that voice said it. It was amazing.
Okay.
So I assume you tell me all those things, kind of.
Yes, I tell you all those things.
That's interesting. Might have to have a chitty chat with them one day, but I'm gonna seek down the Harpers first. They're kind of the reason why I'm here.
What's going on with that?
I just, like I mentioned about my clan, I'm trying to seek people who are about the demise of those who use dark magic for gain over others. And yeah, it was a necromancer that led to the downfall of my people. I wanna end dark sorcerers like that.
That also sounds very like what I would be into. Destroying the bad guys.
We might have to buddy up on some things sometimes. But this water is not doing anything for me. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night.
I think I will as well.
See you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
And with that, you guys go back to your rooms. Milo, you finish your bath without incident, just around the time that Ara is returning to his room. So you guys kind of enter your guys' room together. Oric, when you walk in, you find Ranshaw in a meditative trance. And so you just easily slip into the bed and fall asleep.
Without incident begs the question, like, was there a roll made to see if he was going to drown or something?
You'll never know.
The world will never know.
The world
It's like a
will never
swimming
know.
pool for him.
Was having a great time.
No, but but you guys all rest for the evening. Oric, when you wake up, Ranshaw is already out and about. Didn't wake you up. He only needs about 4 hours of rest. So he woke up probably, about 2 to 4 hours sometime in there, depending on how long you slept before you did. And he just left. He didn't feel the need to wake you guys or anything like that. But you all wake up one by one. And I'll let you guys tell me if you do anything with your time.
I walked down to get a daily meal.
Yeah, there's
Start my morning off.
already dried fruits and meats, as well as a couple, like even some egg for breakfast, and some fresh water. And we'll say you take about a half hour to sit there and eat.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so Aro, you'll very similar to you. You'll wake up and kind of do the same thing. You'll find Auric already down there eating. Milo and Mon, within a few minutes of each other, you guys are all kind of doing the same thing. Auric's finishing up with like 5 minutes or so left of his meal by the time Milo and Mon get down there.
Good morning, yees.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
You enjoy your bath there? You look fresh and clean.
It's too early to be talking.
Well, get on to talking. We got stuff to do.
They apparently had some really good stain remover, huh?
I'm white again.
Just a bleach bath.
Jacob. Fairly Adventurous, canceled now.
What's on the agenda for today?
That is a great question, because not even I know what's going on today.
I just figured we had stuff to do. It's typical. Should we ask the barkeeps if our Mr. James Smith has anything for us?
Wouldn't hurt.
It's been about the 2-day mark, eh?
Well, I do believe they said they would reach out when they were in need. I imagine if we haven't heard anything, it's because there's nothing to be heard.
Would Mon know that yet?
Yeah, well, if he doesn't,
Surely at this point I've been debriefed, no?
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, I mean,
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
walked all
Ranshaw's
the way.
very communicated it.
Yeah, Ranshaw, you guys walked when he first met you guys after the prize fights. You guys walked all the way from Old Town to Back Bay to Central District, all the way up. So
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
much the entire way over Coasthold. So certainly, if it wasn't specifically said that it was brought up, we can say that over that
It was brought
basically
up.
an hour walk. Yeah, it was discussed.
Nice.
And on the way back, whenever Renshaw was bringing us back, didn't he explain everything? Wasn't that
Yeah.
stated?
That's what. Yeah, I don't know if it was
Seriously,
specifically
Mom.
called out by you guys, but it's certainly a simple thing.
Okay.
It happened.
That was
wave
what I
that
was under the
away.
assumption of. So
Yeah.
apologies if
So
My
do
apologies.
do I know any of this?
You
Yeah.
were there. Okay. Your character was there. You were not there, but your character was there.
Oh, cool.
It's also
Did he
in the
kill anybody?
it's also in the session notes from last week if you need to look through it.
I mean, I did. I read through the session notes, but was I actually in the
Yes.
You
were in the room when it was discussed. Yes.
Cool.
You are right. They said they had to reach out to us, but I'm answering for another fight. Growing impatient.
I could use some more justice.
maybe we can find a side job board, maybe in a guild or something. Waste a little bit of time while we're in limbo.
It's true. Do you think the Order of the Gauntlet would have anything for us, Ara?
I don't think they would just yet, but I will reach out to them and see if and let them know that we could use something anytime.
Understood. Any suggestions from you?
Would any of your characters have mentioned anything about the library? Because I know a couple of people were in search of it. Out of character.
I probably would speak on it.
Okay.
If
By all, I mean, you guys are all eating right now, so by all means. Hi, Chris.
That was
remember what happened with the.
Oh, was it? I'm sorry. It was. She's dipping in and out of your background, so it's like I can't tell details.
It's like a phase spider.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I do believe the the dwarven lady, apparently we're not supposed to say her name,
She
mentioned something about the library. Did that pique your interest?
I was gonna get back to her eventually.
Duly noted.
Is there some books to read?
It is a
No,
library.
necessarily. I'm just more curious on the nature of this peninsula, which I cannot say that word properly.
It's
Pretty sure
peninsula.
those of you who have been around know that this has not been here that long, and uh, my village has sent me here to figure out what's the cause. Essentially, they've caused a little bit of some eco problems in our neighborhood. And I'll just leave it there for now.
Okay, understandable. I don't have any knowledge that would be useful to you, but maybe we'll brush across some in our travels.
Oh, well, thank you for the help on that then.
Maybe we can look around for some kind of a billboard that has bounties or
Maybe a job board in the square, the
yeah,
town
something
square or
like that.
something. Weekend
Well,
event.
we could just follow Ara. He has a knack for getting himself into stuff. He can lead us right into it.
Isn't there the guild's quarters or hall or whatever there in Kings Hill?
Oh yeah, we could go. We could go look
Where all
around
the
there.
guild
Yeah,
HQs are.
that would be a good place to look if you're looking for some side hustles. I'm sure.
Let's get after it.
Okay. So you guys all get up and leave together, and what you remember is that it's in the central district is where the guild halls
Central.
are. So you guys are currently in the old passage. That's the section in King's Hill that's not directly controlled by that's not included in the palace and the gardens. And right next to it is the central district where there's a lot of high-end there's a lot of residences. So sorry. Getting an amber alert. I hate those. Not I don't mean I hate getting those alerts. I hate whenever you have to get those
It's
alerts.
unfortunate seeing.
Yeah. Anyway. Central District, there's residences there, as well as the headquarters of the guild halls for the Merchants Guild, the excuse me, the hold on, let me check my own notes. I know
Smith's
it's
Guild Hall, Maritime Merchant,
There
and
you go.
Merchant Hill.
Yes, yeah, those three.
The
I can't.
three
I
of them.
couldn't. I know that they were there. I couldn't remember what the what names I gave them. So, yes. So all the three big guilds that operate in the Kingdom of Antambara have their headquarters located in the Central District. Do you have a particular one you'd like to go for?
Looking around, which ones do we see down the little strip I would or whatever the layout is.
So you guys don't know your guys' way around, and it is if you look down a street, you just see more street initially. But the first one you guys would come to would be the Smiths Guild on Hound Hill. Which is right in the center of the district.
Okay.
Yes, correct. Whoop. I don't know why I guys unlocked that. That's just unfortunate.
See, they got a board in there.
Okay, you guys walk in. There's various individuals, not just of dwarves, From you guys come from other areas of Faerun, and you know that smith guilds and smithing is generally looked at as a proficient trade for dwarves, just because that's what most of their economy is based on. And you do see several dwarves walking around, but you also see a couple with elvish look to them, half elfish perhaps. Several humans, even a tiefling walking around. They all seem to be carrying various parchments and moving about.
Is there like a front section where somebody happens to be like guiding people around, almost like a receptionist type place?
There is she doesn't seem to be guiding them about, but she there is a half elf female at the standing there, kind of watching the front entrance, and she sees you all enter, but and keeps her eyes on you with a charming, not a full on grin, but just kind of a pleasant, charming smile on her face, and waits for you to approach her if that's what you're going to do.
Yeah, I'll approach.
Okay.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir. How may I help you?
Me and my buddies back there, we were just wondering if you had any maybe job opportunities that we could do around the city for you.
Job opportunities. I'm afraid, as far as anyone has told me, I don't have any at the moment. We don't tend to just offer jobs to individuals out in the open. We don't just tend to have open contracts. If we need assistance with something, we do have a list of individuals that we tend to reach out to.
It's understandable. Would you, by chance, are you a resident of Coasthold permanently?
I am, yes, born and raised.
Nice. Would you, by chance, know that if there is any place like what we're after that could provide an opportunity for us?
For mercenary work?
Why, yes. Trouble's afoot. We'd like to take care of it.
Certainly. I mean, well, honestly, I know the guard oftentimes has bounties out. With the war taking so many of our fighting men away, the guard I know has had trouble maintaining order in the surround, as they've been asked to not just look over Coasthold, but sometimes to venture out into some of the surrounding areas to dispatch thieves and whatnot. So sometimes the guard has open contracts for assistance.
That's a mighty suggestion. I appreciate the information. I do have one more question for you.
She nods and then she says, "Yes, of course. What can I help you with?"
Would it be possible at a later time to come by, and do you have inventory we could browse?
Oh, no. This is the business headquarters of the Smiths Guild, and not a shop or a smithy. But we do represent many of the smiths in the city. All of them are spread out. Now, many of the workers at Darendal's Gate are contracted to the army, but there are several throughout the southern district that you could probably find and ask assistance with.
Understood. Thanks again. I'll turn back towards the group.
Okay. She nods gracefully.
So
She
shall we
made
go?
a mighty suggestion. She said we should go speak to the guards. They might have bounties out on certain individuals at the moment due to the lack of soldiers here in the city at the moment.
Sounds like up our alley for line of work.
I'm about it. Milo, what say you?
Did you tell us where we could find the bounties?
She just said to speak with the guards. So I'm assuming we'll probably have to find a guard tower or some sort. We're in the central district. There's the King's Watch guard post.
I know how to summon the guard.
No.
Can we say this?
Okay.
Is this a
You see
magic trick?
A big grin on Milo's face.
I guess.
How about we ask questions first this time?
Sounds good.
All right, we can go to the watch.
Okay. And you guys actually pass the watch when entering the central district, as that is the watch is built into the gate between the old passage and the central district. And it's you walk in, and as you walk in, there's a giant sign over the guard post that says King's Watch Guard Post.
Is there a front
There is
desk
there's
area?
a desk sergeant as you walk in.
I know some of those.
Yeah. There's a desk sergeant as you walk in that has a stern look on his face as he sees you, very different than the half elf from the Smiths Guild. And he says, "Can I help you, gentlemen?"
Yes, good sir. I was wondering if we caught wind that maybe you could have some either bounties or some open contracts for a little bit of help.
There are every guard post in the city has some type of bounty open, dictated to us by headquarters. They're over there, and he points at a board with several pieces of parchment kind of nailed to it.
Okay. Thank you. We'll get back with you in just a moment. I point over to the board, and then we go peruse.
Okay.
How tall is this board?
The top of it is 7 feet tall.
The bottom of it?
3.
Okay. I look at Milo. We can still rate it.
Glad you're on the same page. You still had like.
If it was any taller, I was gonna look at him and go,
And still might need to do that to see the pages at the top of it.
As we peruse the contracts, what might we be seeing on them?
So there's one. So there's 3 total up there. One is kind of a general call for information about a serial theft, a serial thief that has been hitting the residences in the central district. They don't have a lot of information on it, but it does say that if you have information on the thief, that there is a 20 gold reward if they are able to take that information and bring about an apprehension. There is a second one about a thief group that has been raiding farmers and merchants that are not a part of caravans on the high road, or rather the old coast road that leads north of the city out of the old passage. They've had reports just continuously every time an unprepared group seems to travel down that road heading towards Coasthold. They seem to be interacting with them, and they don't ever take the entire shipment, but they do shake them down as a toll for passing through. And then finally, there is an open contract for a murder suspect, not a serial murderer, but a murder that occurred. Not what you're thinking, Josh. A murder that occurred about a week ago, and a description of a male humanoid figure in a dark cloak with a dagger. The murder occurred at night in the Southern District. And so if anyone has any information or that will lead to the apprehension by the guard, there's a 50 gold payout if that happens. Or if they have proof of an individual that would commit those murders, and they bring them in themselves, there's a 200 gold reward.
well, judging by these 3, I think the latter 2 are more up our alley.
All I'm saying is 200 gold is significantly more than 20.
So it said something about a figure of the dark cloak.
Oh,
Where do we?
The thieves contract would pay out 200 as well. I apologize. I didn't specify. I don't think.
The one for the shakedowns?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So the two are still up our alley.
Are we wanting to do more investigative work, or are we wanting to take out a band of thieves?
I'm ready for a quick brawl. The Band of Thieves seems like a fun one.
Okay.
It
We
affects
can
more
keep the other one
people.
in the back of our mind.
Agreed. Now, which direction did it say we needed to head out of the city? It's coming into Coasthold, right?
It's coming into
Well,
Coasthold
we-
from the old coast road, which goes north.
I ripped the little bounty parchment off the board, and I walk back up to the desk sergeant, and I say, we take interest in this one, sir. Might you give us a little bit more detail if you have it?
Yes, hold on. I'm just now thinking. I don't think it's called the Old Coast Road. Not that really matters at the moment, but I want to be consistent.
Who's going to tell you it's not the Old Coast?
No, that's not what you said before.
Yeah, it's just called the Old Road. It's just called the Old Road.
You could have called it
but
the
overall-
Yellowbrick Road and been like, hell yeah, man.
It would have been the Old Coast Path.
It's my
The
own
Old
law.
Coast
It's my
Path.
own lore, and I want to be consistent with myself. No, so you bring it up to the desk sergeant, and he says, "Yes, we've had that open for quite a while. We just haven't had anyone be able to apprehend them. Essentially, it seems that they operate with about a half a day to a day's travel anywhere on that road from the city. They've hit various groups at different spots on the road, but never further out than a day and never closer than half a day, which is enough to ensure that by the time someone learns about it, we can't get any guardsmen up there to take any measures. And we just don't have the manpower to patrol that road constantly.
What areas around this segment of the road might be a good place to hide out if you were to just venture a guess?
There's several areas where the trees back right up to the road. They just haven't been cleared. There's also several areas with where the creek, where some of the creeks that contribute to the Backsbrunn arc near the road, and so they form kind of natural ditches where people can hide from. If he takes the parchment and he flips it over and he picks out a quill and ink, and he kind of draws just a makeshift map from memory, showing the path of the road, and he marks X's on 3 or 4 different locations and says, we have reports of them normally hitting around these 4 areas. Not to say that that's the only areas they hit, but that seems to be some of their favorite ambush locations.
Is there a town or a village in the area that might have some locals that could maybe be privy to some information?
There's a couple hamlets in that direction, but none of them are on the road itself. You'd have to go a few hours travel from here. And he marks a circle on a map and kind of draws a little pathway off of it. And he says, "This is the hamlet of Fairview, small farming village. Don't know if they don't. To my knowledge, they don't even have their own. They don't even have their own town watch or anything like that. But maybe some of the locals have heard something."
All right, thank you. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say a hamlet. There's actually a difference between a hamlet and a village. Because you said
Great.
a hamlet and you said it's a small village.
That might be true, Larry. But gosh darn it, man, I'm coming up with this on the spot. So hamlet, village.
All right. Sorry. All right.
Omelet.
Go.
Don't care.
I learned something.
All right. Anyway,
I was just impressed that you said hamlet. Like I was like, oh.
That's because I had a Shakespeare.
he's read a fantasy novel before.
I had a Shakespeare period in my high school days. Anyway,
So all right. So he drops down, relays this information. He's like, "Thank you, sir. This should give us a little bit of groundwork to go off of. We'll be in touch if we find anything, or I suppose the final question is dead or alive?
He looks at you and says, "It does not matter, but you do need to bring in proof if you handled them." So,
Like fingernails? Heads?
That's real identifying them fingernails.
he says, he pulls you in close. He says, "Preferably, and I have to say this, if you could bring one of them in alive to attest to what happened, that would be great. However, we did have a description from some of the individuals who were raided, and if their heads are brought back to us in a reasonable amount of time, so there's no deterioration that we can match that description to, that's sufficient for us."
We'll do our best.
You didn't hear, but of course, alive. He looks around. Alive is preferable.
Duly noted. We'll see what we can do. Looks at the rabbit.
I got it.
Well, gentlemen,
Should we not-
go ahead.
Should we not be able to bring him in alive? He could take care of the head portion of it.
Okay.
The beheading, the rabbit.
Oh, once we've already brought them in alive?
No. If we aren't able to bring them in alive, he can take care of the head portion of it.
Yes, of course.
The sergeant just looks at you guys having this conversation. He's like, "Okay, go now. Go. Be gone."
All right, gentlemen. Well, we have some groundwork.
Alive is preferable.
We have some groundwork to go off of. I think we should head back to the inn and let the barkeep know that we're going to be away for about half a day or so, and where we'll be going if a messenger does need to be sent for us, as well as come up with at least a rudimentary plan.
I agree with all of that. I think the rudimentary plan could be we just go out looking real unsuspecting.
Travelers.
We'll tack down some details once we get to the end. Starts making the way back.
Follow.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna say is that Tarax, as you guys are headed back, Tarax says, "Gentlemen, I'm afraid that perhaps something did not sit right with my stomach this morning, and that I will just slow you guys down. So I'm going to head back in and rest for a day, so I can be sure to be available should we be called upon by our mutual friend. I do wish you guys the best of luck on your hunt."
Thank you.
The old tried and true, huh?
Oh, I just got the cramps.
All right. So, all right. Yeah. Are we just gonna Star Wars wipe to the end then?
Well, that's the question. So you guys know, because you guys have kind of traveled into the city generally, is that the makeshift map is definitely not to scale. And that when he says that it's about half a day to a day, it sounds like that means by wagon.
Okay.
So if you were to walk, it would take more time. A wagon versus walking is honestly not that much more time for you guys, as reasonably athletic and fit individuals. But it still would take, it would still add about 2 to 4 hours to your travel time, if you don't seek transportation.
Okay. Noted. I imagine that's one of the aspects that we talk about once we're at the inn.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah. While walking, absolutely. I mean, all of you kind of have this idea since all of you traveled to the Coasthold less than 5 days ago. You've all, or 5 to 10 days ago.
Or even as we're walking, yeah, we can
discuss that.
Yeah, squabble it out. To kind of bring back what you were mentioning, we might want to dress a little bit down for the occasion and maybe try to look like a nice target for these thieves, and then give them the old razzle dazzle.
In order to do so, what do you reckon we do? We need to look like we have stuff they want.
Well, as it was mentioned, it seems like if there looks like there's an armed guard, they won't attack. So, as awkward as it may be, try to. I assume you're wearing plate mail,
A chainmail. Or I'm wearing
chainmail, and yeah. So just like at least find a cloak or something to cover it up if you don't want to take it off entirely. So just try to look unsuspecting in the least.
Where can I get a cloak?
The cloak store?
Okay.
That is
I
a
don't-
place I've heard of.
I don't know. I don't know the city terribly well yet. It's been a day.
Traveler's clothes.
So
Are we going to be making this trek by foot? Are we going to look for transportation?
well, we might want to
Ideally.
look like we have an amount of goods with us, so a wagon would be preferable.
Ideally, I would agree.
I wonder where in the city we can do that, or if it's just outside.
Maybe a stable or something.
And in your, what I'll say, guys, since you've been staying in the low passage, is that since that is the main entrance for the city through the north, there are, you can, you don't know exactly where they are, but you know that there is a livery in the old passage near the wall.
Okay. Well, maybe that's where we should head on our way out. Just stop by, see what all they have available.
Yes.
So, I guess we're.
I wonder
back in
if
the
we
inn
could-
now.
We could also just inquire about maybe someone needing a delivery and two birds, one stone this job.
Yes, sir.
That is a possibility, but it depends upon where that delivery takes us, because we can't
It's
be out of the
going.
city for too long.
Don't want to go the whole trip.
Yes, of course. Maybe not guard detail, because as we stated, they don't attack if there's guards, but maybe we could pick up a delivery ourselves and take it not terribly far, just any village within a day's travel.
I
Hey,
wonder if we could just accompany a delivery to make it seem not like you mentioned, not as a guard detail, but as fellow travel alongers.
Perhaps we should look around, I suppose.
Can we take a quick break real quick?
Just go ahead. We'll figure out transportation and everything, Larry. Go ahead.
Right.
We'll figure this out while you're doing that.
Cool.
So how are we going to go about finding?
Have we happened upon a mercantile area, or would it just be that area
So
in
just
Central?
general lore that you guys know about the city is that the mercantile businesses are in the southern district. Now that said, there might the Merchants Guild does from time to time organize caravans, but of course caravan work is not necessarily what you guys are looking for.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm gonna. Well, I can't. Can't mess with this camera. I'm just gonna back this out over here real quick. So they, at the moment, you guys aren't looking for caravan work, so it's probably not the best to go to the guild. But the individual mercantiles, the shops and everything, are typically in the southern district.
Okay. So, and that's just something we know.
Yeah, in general, yes.
Okay. I would.
I'll tell you guys, everything that's on that lore document, the Excel that I sent you guys, is general knowledge for you guys.
Okay. Cool. I would imagine that our best bet would be looking around. I mean, I don't want to take all day with this, but looking around in the southern district for maybe a merchant stall or a store that is in need of a shipment going to or fro.
I won't argue that.
If worst case, if we can, if we're heading up north and we just happen to see one, we can converse with them about it. I think we start where you're suggesting and go on from there.
Okay, and then as we kind of wrap that up, are we just arriving at the inn by this point?
Yes. Yeah, you guys are yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Um, Ma just walks in and walks up to the barkeep and says, to pass the time, we're taking a little. We took one of the open contracts out from the watch, and we're just going to make a little extra coin while we're in the city, and then explains the route we're taking and the road, and then says, if you do need us, a messenger down this road should find us.
He looks at you and says, I won't be planning on sending any messengers, but if you're looking for cargo, I don't have any to send, but I got empty kegs in the back that you guys can throw in a cart to make it look like you're carrying something.
That would be much appreciated. If we can't find an actual shipment to haul, we will definitely keep that in mind. Thank you.
Sure. I know they've been causing problems. I've had several ale shipments that weren't part of caravans because I didn't want to pay the ridiculous fee from the guild, from guild caravans. But yeah, no, just let me know. I got a few that I've been holding on to.
Thank you, sir.
Kind of like the idea of just getting our own wagon and throwing empty crates in the back of that. One, I mean, we don't have to protect anyone else and worry about others getting hurt during this.
Yeah,
It
of
does
course.
seem
My
more efficient.
idea was just us taking a shipment if we could find one, and if not, then empty cargo is, as long as it looks like it has stuff, is perfectly fine. But if we could make a little extra coin on the way, then why wouldn't we?
Coin is
You can
good.
ask around, see if anyone's got anything close by. I think we said the closest village, whatever, was a day away.
Approximately, yes. The village / hamlet, which is different, but I don't care, of Fairview.
I'm somewhat of a good driver, so I reckon I could cut the time down a little.
Yeah, we can ask around and see if there's anyone going, any shipments needing to go there.
So to the southern district to take a look, then.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and let's do this, guys. Go ahead and give me a anyone who's going down to the southern district to look for work. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I'm gonna go wait up by the old passage.
You're gonna go wait. Okay.
So
You're in the old passage right now. That's the sector name. And then if you're going up towards the wall, you do find the library, where there are several horses and carts pulled out there. Some of them are have cargo loaded in them, and you get the idea that perhaps they're being stored there, whereas others are unattached. And they do actually have a sign that says rentals available.
I'll approach and ask the cost of the rental.
Okay. He says, for how long?
A day. I'd say a day or two at most.
Just 2 days. It'd be 15 gold per day. Is what we'd look at on that one.
It's not bad. Should we go this route my partner's in the city looking for alternatives, but should we go this route, I'll be back.
Okay. Yep, we'll be here. We only have 2 carts available though. Not that we send them out frequently, but if we're in a time of season where you wouldn't unexpect to see those rented out. So let us know quickly.
Thank you.
12 on the investigation.
12 on the investigation. Chase, what would you get?
Also me.
Also you. Larry, did you roll an investigation?
I did. I rolled a 6.
Or 6. Okay. So, you guys find a couple mercantiles. It takes you longer than you were hoping for. It takes you guys almost 3 hours. And you find a handful of mercantiles, but all of them tell you the same information. That they're not currently shipping anything out. And any shipments that they're going to receive are internally in the city. They do have some stuff that's going out, but they've already signed up with the Merchants Guild to pass it as a part of a caravan.
Cool.
Looks like an empty hall it is, boys.
We're gonna go find Orc and see what he's found.
Okay. So let's say it takes about a solid 4 hours for all this. You guys woke up around 6 o'clock. No. Total of, let's say, 5 hours plus eating and going to the guild halls and everything. So it's about noon. It's about 11 o'clock, just past 11, when you guys make it back to Oric's position.
When I see them with nothing, no cart, no anything like that, I just immediately start walking back over to the person I had previously spoken to.
Okay. And you wave him over, and he says, "Welcome back. Are you needing that cart now?"
Yes, we would.
Okay. Do you have your own horse?
Out of curiosity, we do not. Is that an additional fee?
That's an additional fee. If you got, it's 15 per day for the cart, and 200 per day for a draft horse to pull it. I'm sorry, not 200. That was an elephant. You guys don't need an elephant. It's 50 per day.
Whoa there.
Yeah, 50 per day to rent a draft horse.
If we do aim for the 2 days, but we happen to be back sooner, do we get a refund?
He says, "Nope, it's the full day, and I need at least half up front. I need at least half of day up front."
That's what I was meaning. Is if we paid for 2, but if you only need half down, then that's perfect.
Oh yes, if you're going for 2 days and you return it in 1, yes, I'll return the extra half. But I do need at least half of your whatever you ask me for up in advance.
Okay, so what's the total for 1 day for a cart horse?
65 per day.
Goodness. We're not even making money at this point.
That's the going rate, boys.
Who knows what we'll find on the bandits?
Are we splitting this by 4?
I think if we confront whoever confronts it now, we split it now. That's perfectly fine. But we could always take it out of the reward money.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm practically a billionaire at this point, so I can front the money.
Then we'll return your portion plus the debts paid upon completion of the contract.
So 65 for 1 day, yeah.
That being said, sir, do you ever have issues with these said bandits out on Old Road?
He says, I mean, my business is the people who travel the road, not their goods.
Fair enough.
Okay, so
hoping to buy our way into a discount.
Yeah. No, all right. So Mon, you hand him up for 65.
Yep.
And he says, "Excellent. We'll bring it around. Give us about 12. Give us about 15 minutes or so. We'll get it hitched up and ready for you guys."
I'm assuming somebody stopped back by and got those empty kegs, right?
No, we immediately came to you.
The cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mon looks at Milo. Would you be able to run back to the inn and tell him to get those kegs ready?
Sure can.
Okay.
Double time it.
Double time it. Okay.
Drop to all fours. You see little rabbit just
just getting it down the street.
Look at that little fella go.
And just tell the innkeep that we're going to use those kegs, those empty kegs.
Okay.
All right.
So, all right. So Mon, you hand him up for 65. And he says, "Excellent. We'll bring it around. Give us about 12. Give us about 15 minutes or so. We'll get it hitched up and ready for you guys." Okay.
Sometimes you sound like vaguely Irish Forrest Gump.
Yep. That's why Irish. That's why I try Scottish. It doesn't happen. I turn Irish. I roll with it.
The Vicious 3.
As he said, it has gotten better. And again, as I said, that is a very subjective term in this particular case.
The bar was just real low. Okay, listen. Any progress is progress. All right, Larry.
True
Larry,
facts.
Larry, was that you closing your door?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to this now, thankfully, so I can quit awfully switching between individuals. Okay. So Milo, you go and tell him that he nods his head eagerly, and you walk down there with him. It's the same cellar that you guys have been meeting with the Duke in. Yeah. He points you to several of the smaller kegs, and what you notice is that there's several large, not blankets, but almost canvases over some of them, like to prevent too much dust from getting on them.
Are we able to use one of those, sir?
He nods. He says, "I don't see why not. As long as you guys get it back to me, preferably with no blood. I know how you walked in last night."
I will do my best.
Right. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Give me a hand here. And you together with him.
Yeah.
Bring out about 4 empty kegs, and the tarp, the canvas, as well as a excuse me, as well as a crate with empty bottles in it. And as they're getting that out, you guys get the horse and cart, and are able to drive over to the inn. So you guys meet up around the same time.
Mon helps load the merchandise into the cart.
I try to play it off as everything's extremely heavy.
Okay.
Who are you trying to fool at this point?
Performance check.
Someone could be watching.
Give me a deception. Deception roll. First
Someone
roll
could
of the
be
night.
Watching. 12.
12. What's your Mon? What is your passive insight?
Okay, my passive insight it has a +5.
Yeah. Well, no, not your insight. Your perception has a +5. Your insight.
I believe it states.
It should be
Was it perception
and
or is it?
investigation.
Oh, it's perception and investigation. Okay,
yeah, so
sorry,
not this, not yet.
Apologies.
It's all right.
Apologies. All right, let's get a roll. Boop. Oof.
Big oof.
That's on the die.
No. What's your not? I don't even want to roll. Just what's your passive?
Oh, passive. What would be my passive?
10.
It's just the mod.
10 plus the mod.
mod.
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to be intelligence. So my passive is 11.
Insight is a wisdom.
It's a wisdom.
Oh, then that's going to be 14.
14, yeah. You're 12.
I keep thinking investigation, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. You're 12 does not... Mon is on to you. Anyone who... By the way, anyone who has a passive insight of 12 or higher realizes what's going on.
Yeah. And the mods just pick these up like whatever.
All right, so you guys it doesn't take long because the innkeeper's actually out there helping you guys. It seems that he's appreciative of your guys' mission, even if it's for benefit. It's still you guys. Someone's doing something about it. It takes about half hour or so between you guys were at the car, getting the cart warmed up, bringing it over, getting the stuff looked out, and you are already out the gate. So we're about 11:30. It takes about 3 hours to reach the first X. What you garner looking at the map on your parchment. It takes about 3 hours to reach that first X of that first ambush site. What's your guys's what's it looking like?
How much room is in the cart still? Like the actual cart, not the front.
It's a pretty big cart. And if you guys stack the you guys with the tarp over it, actually, you know what? I'm not. It's a pretty big cart, Josh. I'm gonna let you know that, and I'm gonna let you guys tell me how you guys want to make to dress the cart up to make it look like it's got stuff in it.
Okay. I'd
So-
like to sit
so
at the
we
front
have
of the cart,
kegs
but not where
and
the
then-
reins.
We have kegs and
boxes.
just a couple of crates.
Mhm.
Is that what we're working with?
Yes, you have four kegs and a single fairly large crate. Obviously, a little bit bigger and taller than the kegs. And the crate actually has empty bottles in it.
So I'm thinking like a 2x2 with the keg stacked,
Yeah.
and then the crate kind of slammed up into kind of the front of the cart.
Yeah.
And then just the tarp over
to
those.
make it look
I
full.
want to be in the cart itself, so I can have my shield and hammer resting in my lap, but not visible to anybody outside of the cart.
How
I
big
see.
are these kegs?
The kegs are about 3 feet high. If you were to put them cylinder up, would be
Mhm.
3 feet high. And they've got about a 2.5 foot diameter to them.
Milo, do you think you could fit in one of those kegs?
Yes, if I fold my ears. I
So
guess.
I'm thinking Operation Surprise Bunny.
I can do that. What's my
And then
trigger word?
like the cartoons that have the cork hole in the side for air.
Well, to
Just
fit them
one little
in,
eye.
so the kegs don't there's no lid to them. If you want to fit someone inside there, you will have to bash out one of the faces of the kegs, which
Oh, okay.
I mean, between the party that you guys have, wouldn't be a problem.
Then the crate maybe.
The bottles are in the crate, and there's actually framework in the crate. So there's like,
Oh,
I see what you're saying.
yeah, okay.
yeah, it's like partitioned off for the bottles to fit in there without
So
crashing.
just
Man, I'm
tap
small.
out one of the sides.
I can just hide in the back with work. Pretty tiny. We're both small,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
we
so
can
there's
get back
room
there.
for 2 people on the seat. Here's what we'll say is that it's about 10 feet wide. With 5
I have
feet,
land vehicle proficiency,
Yes.
so imagine I'm driving
probably. I mean, I'll let you guys discuss
or
that.
raining.
But for the actual dimensions of the cart, for Oryx's sake here, it's 10 feet in width and total about 20 feet long. With
I think there's plenty of room for Milo and I.
Yeah.
there should be.
2 feet
Yeah.
radius.
I think our code word should be, "Oh no, there's bandits."
I like
And
it.
we'll all
Little on the
spring
nose,
into
don't you think?
action.
And before we run into anybody,
We have to be surprised when they come. That's
Is
pretty
this-
surprising.
lethal.
Oh no,
or
there's
not lethal?
bandits.
As the guy said, he wants them alive, Milo.
He said he wants at least one alive.
Have fun with everyone but one of them. And should they meet their demise anyways, you're in charge of the decapitation duty.
I think we
Easy.
should probably dial down the murderous intent a little bit with some of these more general jobs. So let's try to bring as many as we can.
At the end of the day, murder still gets it done.
I'm not denying that.
Well, now I don't know who to listen to, so I'm just gonna do what I want.
No,
The
no,
voice
no.
of reason
No,
or
no.
the voice of
No.
different reason?
I was saying worst case scenario. At the end of the day, it gets done.
So
Let's
don't kill.
try to keep one of them alive.
Mon, at this point, you're like, Mon or Ranshaw's not here. I don't know.
And we're
Even
also
as a
outside
monk,
the
I've never
city.
necessarily had qualm with people.
We're also outside the
unaliving.
city.
No, and Mon, at this point, it's like you guys are monks that follow Bahamut, and Bahamut is a justice deity. He's more enlightened justice, which is to say, punishment with redemption, but also justice with mercy. But at the end of the day, so maybe start with diplomacy, but at the end of the day, if it comes to combat, it comes to combat. So it's not like you're breaking any oaths or anything to your god by killing individuals that are asking for it.
I'll just follow everyone
They're
else.
not asking for it.
They're bandits.
They're bandits. Although I will say that based on the knowledge you guys have, they have not personally, Jesse, they have not killed anyone because people keep coming to Coasthold.
Yeah. They're
But
just
again,
scraped a little off the top.
the
as
guard
they
didn't
pass by.
seem to care. So
I will be as gentle as possible. Don't really know how to non-lethally shoot someone with the arrow, but
I will say this, Milo, in the rules say there is no way. The rules say you can't non-lethally shoot someone.
What
we
if
will
it's
figure
like
this out.
what if it's like a green arrow, like a fist arrow?
Yeah, but I mean, you know.
He's just
With
punching
the
him from a
oil.
distance.
So yeah, Milo, if you decide you want to give him a good fisting, let me know.
How do we feel about torture?
We as in
I assume we're having this conversation while the cart is in motion.
Please.
just like pause.
Aura, quiet the entire time. How do we feel about torture?
I just look at you work.
So you guys are getting the crates and everything organized. You think you're starting to, you get the keg bashed out. Milo gets in there. Oryx in the back kind of situating himself. And then all of a sudden you just hear Aura go, what if we waterboarded them? Like,
See,
I mean, if they're the bandits, I don't see what torturing them's going to accomplish if we're just bringing them back.
I love it.
I was kind of thinking, you cut them a little bit, and then I just lay on hands, heal them. Cut them a little bit, lay on hands, heal them. This can
What
stop.
does this sound like, Melvin?
This can stop when you confess.
Revivify, cut his throat, revivify.
my God.
I throw a cloak, a hood on top of Aura.
Did we ever procure Aura Coke, by the way?
I have
Was he just-
traveler's clothes.
No, he was with you guys. No. But that's okay. So Aura, tell me, are you in the front with Mon or are you in the back?
I mean, if Milo gave me a cloak, then I'm good.
There's no cloak.
He didn't give me a cloak?
No, there's a
No,
he got a canvas, but there's no.
I have
No,
in my
he has
backpack,
traveler clothes.
I have traveler's clothes.
Yeah, but are they your size traveler's clothes?
I
Because
like
you
my
can get
clothes
away with some
extra,
leniency
extra
with
large.
character sizes, but you're like 2 foot tall.
I love that he hasn't given up on the reins this entire time.
on milking himself.
Yep.
Yeah, what I'll say, Milo, you've got extra clothes, and you could throw one on him, but it just kind of looks like a little shawl. It's certainly
I mean,
not
that works.
just not enough to cover his chain shirt, but
It's
I
glorified
got a
scarf at
shirt,
best.
a belt. There's a vest and a jacket and a cloak. You could just tie it all together and throw it all on you.
Hold on, let me see if I have
It makes him look ragtag.
I can
if
hide-
I
I
have
can
some
hide the back
traveler's
door.
clothes.
Okay, so Aura gets in the back. So it's only Mon.
Yes.
And you guys are in the back with the crates.
Yes.
With
I-
Milo
for this part.
specifically in a
Put
cage.
your tail down, Aura. They're gonna say it.
Sorry, my bad.
Still a scaly tail, just
Yeah.
wagging, thinking about torture.
Yeah. Anything you're so you guys got the crates, you guys in the back, you've got Mon up front. Anything you're doing with the canvas?
It's
Draped
just
over
gonna
the,
drape over the whole thing.
merchandise.
I thought that's where you guys were going with that. I just wanted to hear it specifically so I don't screw anything up.
They said it.
They did. Okay, good. I didn't know if I heard it. I
Yeah.
misheard it or not. Okay,
No, you're
great.
good.
So you guys are draped over there. And you guys travel for about 3 hours until you reach the first ambush point. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon. 2:30 in the afternoon.
Ulrich, do you have anything to drink?
We're all just bouncing along the road.
Get off my paw.
Why is this road so bouncy, man?
This is the short for the video, by the way.
Look, he took his hands off the reins. That was scary. We almost went off road.
No, I still have one. I have one hand on the reins. It's a good horse. He knows to follow the path.
So you
What was the question?
You come and pass through that first ambush point, Mon, and nothing seems to happen. And you're a fairly observant individual. Go at. I don't even want you to make me. We're just going to use your passive perception here.
Okay.
So
that'll be my 14 plus 5.
Yes. So yeah, so whatever your passive perception is, and then +5. So your perception is a +4 standard, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's crazy.
So yes, your passive perception is 19. And I did not anticipate having an encounter for your downtime day, so I am going to build something real quick. Speak amongst yourselves. Speak amongst yourselves.
Quietly.
Or loudly.
The rabbit's just muffled in the barrel, just going quietly to himself.
Did I ever tell you how much I hated doors?
Yeah, you hated what?
I hate doors.
Doors?
You're a little quiet.
I want to destroy all the doors.
Doors.
Are you saying
He's saying
dwarves or are you
doors.
saying doors?
Doors.
Dwarves?
Pronunciation matters.
It's dwarves.
Because you and me might have a beef.
Just randomly. What do y'all think about torture? I want to destroy all the dwarves. Those are the inside thoughts, Ara.
I have to
Those
tell
are the
you,
ones that stay inside.
Little Freudian slip. Quiet part out loud.
I gotta pee.
Little do we know, Milo's just in there going,
Practicing his pantomiming.
Nah, didn't go to the school yet.
Didn't go to pantomime school.
First class is on Sunday.
Do.
Mom?
Where's my coconuts?
Oh, yeah. Mom. Just remember
up?
what the code word is when we see him. Be real convincing.
Oh no, there's bandits.
What? Where? Were you yanking
Way
my
too
chain?
seriously.
It's like the Three Stooges, and you're all of them.
Don't have anything in my pack to mess with.
I have dice.
You got to keep your hands on the reins. No shooting dice from the driver's seat.
Mod does a little sleight of hand with one hand real fast and produces the dice.
Okay.
No, I don't.
You know,
Flips one gold piece in the back with the dice.
I just
Let's
thought
have a little fun while we're traveling.
for this to be a
We
possible
rolling highsies
two-day
or
trip,
lowsies?
did anyone pack food?
If you all have an adventurer's pack, then you should have
There's like 5 rations or something.
you should have 10 days worth of rations. But you guys got
Yeah,
food
okay.
this morning, and I only need you guys to eat one meal a day. So we'll call that good if that's what you're tracking. You do need to drink some water though, and you should all have a skin for that. But
that should be.
You could always make a rabbit skin for that.
Ooh.
Hi.
Hey,
Those are the inside thoughts, man.
You gotta catch me first.
I have an explorer's pack.
yeah, that's what you need. Adventure Explorers pack, I think, is the same. I might have
Right.
just miscalled it.
When
I can find
Are you
Milo
food.
threatening a
Fresh
monk
water.
to not be able to catch you?
when Milo suggests that you've got to catch him first, Mon, He's inside the barrel. We can put the lid on it real quick.
I can find food and fresh water for up to 5 people each day.
Yeah, you could do that too, if you needed to. I mean, and you guys know from the sergeant that there's creeks, kind of in the area.
Can we hear it? Because it's going to make me have to pee even more.
Burble, 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 babble, babble, burble.
Hold on. Let's see if we can get it. Nope, it did. It did. No, no.
No. What was that?
Yeah,
No,
but
'cause
it's
by
either
the time I started, by the time I started doing it, the mic would cut off, and that's not enough to pick it up. So I was trying to keep the mic registered.
ma.
You bored? I'm not paying attention to you.
Dude,
Catherine
the
made a
encounter
joke. She's
trot.
Catherine said she's gonna go back and watch the episodes and watch how many times she's brought me food.
Another.
So far, it's been ramen, grapes, and then now oatmeal. Because oatmeal sounded really good.
Ramen sounds amazing right now.
Dude, she does really good ramen with the.
I had so
eggs.
much oatmeal as like a kid just for breakfast before school. It has to be some really good oatmeal, or I'm just like, nah.
I do oatmeal with half and half now. It's
I
different.
do like overnight oats though.
Yeah. We haven't done it
half
recently.
and half, like half and half milk, like.
Yeah, half and half, like half milk, half cream. Dude, it's thick, like
That's a new one.
thick.
Yuck.
3
Two
C's.
C's.
3
Oh,
C's.
3 C's. And the encounter has been prepared.
Not yet.
Oh, never mind. I saw the book going up. Yeah. Is that rabbit pistol smell? What if he's gonna charge us for these barrels that you ruined?
Oh, wait, am I in the barrel?
Yes.
Jacob, we never specified. Jacob just put you in the barrel.
So initially that was the thought process, and then you said you got in the back with me, but then Dean put you in the barrel, and that's what I've been going with.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, if you
I
wanna get
definitely
out,
did
let me
not
know.
pee in the barrel while I'm sitting in the barrel.
He doesn't know how close he was to being captured, Mon.
Also, threatening a monk to not be able to catch it is wild.
I threaten everybody, so.
I have 40 base speed plus step of the wind.
I got 30 plus if I get to run first, that's 60. And then I have strike, which gives me an additional 30. I can get away.
Once.
Does
I
it
just
come
step of the wind
right?
again.
Damn it.
You're only gonna die tired.
I'm sorry, Mon. I'm sorry. Hold on.
You're only gonna die tired.
This is
If you take us off road, we could have a little Ace Ventura going on real quick.
I was gonna say which scene.
The ball's got a little crazy.
Oh no, not
The barrel is just going bring, 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 bring.
Chitty!
Bang bang.
I bet you I can jump this creek.
Holy.
Yeah, Mom just looks back to the other two and goes, shh. Don't tell him. Picks up speed.
Hey, guy, why does it feel like we're going faster?
I think it's because we are.
Are we there yet?
Do.
Are
I
we
will
there
turn
yet?
this cart around.
Catherine just texted me. She said, all I hear is, dude, it's thick.
That's all you need to hear.
Exactly.
Almost done. Sorry, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting.
Oh,
Where's your hand on?
I'm about the bit.
I'm leaning up in the corner of the thing. I'm resting.
His
against
arm's on
the-
your barrel.
No, that'd be this arm. My
I'm
back
like-
is to the right of it, so my right
Oh,
is you.
so okay.
The only thing
Here.
I fear is you.
Burn.
Stop touching me.
It's me, Bane. You know, the one from the movie.
So I don't know who this is going to happen with first. Either you, Melvin, potentially, or you, Jacob. I don't know who it's going to happen with first, but I have figured out my next character's voice.
Okay.
I've
It
recently
won't be
come up.
me.
I know we're gonna, unless Nia dies. I mean, if Nia dies, then yeah, I've got to come up with something. Nia doesn't plan on dying anytime soon, but you know, stuff happens.
I'm an
And-
angry
and-
DM, so
I hope Catherine is a part of the session because he's already very against it. But I found this guy who he plays like a bunch of older Call of Duty stuff, but he does an anime voice.
Like Ulu.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name on YouTube, but wow, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all you guys. There's so much pressure.
oh no.
Like just borderline hentai the entire time.
He's like, I don't know how to talk to this girl. And then she's like, what do you mean? And he's like, oh, she heard me.
Yeah.
She heard my thinking voice or whatever.
That should be impossible. But yes, that 100% is going to be my next character's voice. I'm going to do it.
So it's that, or it's like, what if he? I'm gonna use my super combo blaster.
Guys, this looks like a very peculiar predicament we've gotten ourselves into.
Why
You
are
ruined
you
it.
like the
You
robot
ruined it, and I'm
chicken
leaving.
of Scooby Doo right now? Like, guys, we've got ourselves into a predicament here.
So is it Shaggy or Scooby-Doo?
Ruh-roh.
Well, Scooby Doo is the show.
Yeah, but Scooby-Doo is also Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
Ruh-roh, right?
he said Shaggy of Scooby Doo, so.
Oh, I did not hear that. Yeah, okay.
I give him
fair
credit
enough.
for that.
I just heard Scooby-Doo. I did not hear Shaggy of Scooby-Doo. Fair enough. Fair enough.
There was a
Shit.
hole in the middle of the ground. The prettiest hole.
Larry's just got the smoothest ride. He's got hydraulic system going on for him. He's just the suspension's perfect.
Way up north where the air gets cold. People up there ain't got much gold. The only way to make a living is killing the baby seals.
Holy crap. These guys rolled awful.
Word.
Okay.
Hopefully we gave you enough filler, DM.
Yeah. Hey, it's been entertaining.
With
I kept up the range bit this
filler was
entire
thick,
time.
Literally, you have not dropped it.
You have not dropped it, and honestly, Chase, you have earned the party for the Reigns bit alone. You have earned the party a roleplay bonus and experience. So
Let's go.
Nice.
the group has
He's committed.
the group has gotten several tonight already, and that is one of them.
The rains shimmy. It's like the Skyrim shuffle, but D&D. Twirl. Now twirl.
Tickled Larry.
I once took
Oh my
advantage of
God.
it.
Larry knows exactly what I'm talking about, and I can
I
tell
do
because
know
he's laughing real hard.
Yeah.
If y'all haven't seen the Skyrim shuffle, it's a treat.
Okay.
On the break, I'll watch it.
Hey, no, ma'am.
Wow, his suspension went AWOL. He's bouncing again.
Little you know.
Seems
that
like
I
he's
fell out.
enjoying it. He's like, yeah, this is great.
He's probably
Just
thinking
bouncing
about
off the
torturing
walls of
someone.
a
I had to run and catch up and jump back in.
fell out.
Nice.
Wait, is that Aro back there? What is he doing? Quiet, guys!
Yeah.
That's when it happened, is when you sped it up. When we were going for the bumps on,
Yep.
on Milo.
Yep,
He was like mid snooze, bounce out the back, hit the ground, woke up. Huh?
And there goes the reins. They were down for a second.
They were just underneath the camera.
Okay.
he was taking a drink
All
of
right,
water.
so he's built the characters of the encounter. Now I think we're waiting on the map.
I have built the map, actually. I built the map first, and now I'm pulling you guys
Okay.
over. We're almost there, boys. Again, sorry
I'm
about
being
this.
pulled.
The car just disappears and reappears. What?
Blip. Oh.
So here are the bandits.
Oh no.
I don't know.
There's bandits.
Not my six-legged, emo horse. Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
Dude,
Over again.
the funniest session because all that just came out of my head. There were not supposed to be horses available.
We ended up getting six-legged horses, and mine had a very particular
Set of
attitude
Personality.
whenever Haru started to speak with animals. He was very, very distant.
Okay.
His bangs were off to the side.
Hold on.
How many OKs are you going to bait us with?
I'm
All
gonna
of them.
do it.
He's practicing
them?
for his audition for Ramus. Any league players? No.
Sorry,
That's
bud.
like his one voice line. He just goes, "Okay."
Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are enjoying this episode of Fairly Adventurous. We will return to the action in just a moment. If you are enjoying it, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more, and please share it with anyone that you think would enjoy it. Also, a reminder, all of the links for all of our players' personal channels will be in the description. Go check them out and subscribe and support their personal journeys as well. And if you haven't noticed, every Wednesday for the remainder of the season, we're producing lore entries, which will give you some background information to what's going on behind the scenes with the story. Hopefully you guys are enjoying those, and if you haven't seen them, go check them out and share those as well. But we will get back to the action now. Thank you guys again for your support. We love you, and yeah, we'll get back to it. It's not that worth it. Okay, I screwed up one thing, but I'm just going to go with it. All right, so gentlemen, Chase.
Me.
You are approaching. Yeah, there we go. You approach a area, which is not. It's one of the X's. Yeah, it's one of the X's on the map. It's not the first one that you guys came across, but about 45 minutes later, so it's just past 3 o'clock, you approach the second X. And you kind of know it's on that same area because there is in fact a creek off to your right that is kind of presenting a trench line that you wouldn't necessarily be able to see anyone who was in there. But with your just passive perception, you notice a group definitely trying to conceal themselves on the west end of the road.
So are these bushes and then trees?
Bushes and trees.
Okay.
And the creek is not really, there's not a whole lot of water in it. It's mostly dry, but that's the color I used. So it's mostly a dry creek bed. It's a little moist. Yes.
So
But it's
really hard to.
yeah. But that's what you're approaching. As you approach it, you can see 4 figures to the west of the road that are definitely trying to conceal themselves. You can't make out super great details about them, but you can see that they're there.
I noticed their presences.
Yes, you know they exist.
I know of all 4 of these.
All 4.
Currently.
Yes, currently.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know how I drew. I
Don't
don't know why it was.
Well, just don't worry about it. Can you here? Everyone move their characters back. Oh, there you go. Now,
He yoinked the line.
If Mon, are you on the right side, Mon? Or you're just
you can see.
I don't know.
You can see.
Where?
okay. Yeah, but I didn't know if he was gonna reorganize.
Oh yeah, I guess you guys have a moment to reorganize. Everyone but Milo can reorganize. That's where he is on the keg.
The reason why is because I'm right here like this, up at the front.
Okay. So
You're all the way at the front with me.
No. I'm right behind you with my arm up against the part of the.
All right. So Mon, you can see them coming, and you see them a little bit further away than this map would show. You can kind of make him out about 40 feet back, further back than you were. So you have about, this is where we're going to start the encounter, but you had some time to do stuff if you wanted to.
So as soon as I get them on my radar, I just kind of nonchalantly over my shoulder say, don't alarm yet, but there's 4 individuals that are trying to hide themselves on our left.
Did you hear that, Milo?
Yeah.
Roger.
And Chase, or Mon, as you are driving up to this area, you hear, coming from this general vicinity in here, the voice of a small child that yells, "Help! Help! They've got me!" And I need you to make me an insight check.
All right. I click the thing, do the thing. All right, so that's going to be insight plus 4. So that'll be a 17 total.
17 total. Okay. Given that you know there's a figure here, that's definitely the voice of the figure.
Okay.
That is
so we just hear this coming from the foliage on our left.
Yes, and you everyone hears it. Everyone hears it. Mon, you definitely know because you're looking at him that's the individual making that noise. Although no one else knows that. The rest of you guys, as far as you know, there's just someone yelling for help in the forest.
Don't alarm, it's a ruse.
There you go.
Are you sure?
100%.
Insight check. I'm just kidding.
You can. Actually, anyone who wants to make an insight check can. Although
I was insight checking.
Oh, insight checking, Mon. Okay.
Insight by insight.
Okay, go for it.
No, it was a joke. Let's
right.
move forward.
He said, "Let's move forward."
All right, Mon.
He's lying.
All right, Mon. Actually, you know what? I don't want to do this. Hold on. I don't like it. I don't like it. I was trying to do something. I messed it up. I'm gonna do this now.
Oh, my road.
Your road disappeared. Hold on. There we go.
Well, you got your off-roading wish. There's also shrubberies in the road.
Okay. Now, Mon, you driving the cart, drive it to about here, unless you tell me otherwise.
Nope. We're fine. We're just going about business as usual. We're just normal mercantile men.
Okay. As you continue to drive the cart, you get about here, and at this point, it seems like they've realized you're not going to pull off, and go off to that noise. So I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Ooh, not the beat, not the beat.
Whoa.
That will be a 22 total, so an 18.4. Or a 22.4, sorry.
22.4 for Mon. Good.
13.2 for Oric.
13.2. Okay. Ara.
I rolled a 10 plus my 1 initiative.
All right, so 11.1. Milo.
12.9.
12.9. Okay. I want everyone's passive perception, please, starting with Ara.
My passive perception is, so if I have a 2 on my perception.
So it'd be 10 plus whatever your perception is.
So 12.
12, okay. Oric?
13.
13. Okay. Really. Milo.
17.
17. Okay.
Yours is almost as high as mine. And I have an extra +5.
I was born this way.
I was born to perceive.
Okay. So here's before you guys take your actions in combat, I'm going to tell you all the individuals that you can see. Before we do that. So can't remember all the numbers, or I remember all the numbers. I can't remember where they all belong to. So give me 1 second. Okay.
So are they not going to actually try to approach us and shake us down? They're just going straight on the offensive?
We'll see.
Okay.
I was having everyone roll initiative now, just in case things break down.
Oh, okay.
All right, Mon, you go first, and I'll let you decide what you want to do.
Are they approaching, or what are they doing currently?
Right now, you can't. Right now, they're whispering about themselves. You can tell because of your high perception, and you already know where they are. Some of them, like one of them, specifically this individual here, is giving hand signals. And you can't quite make out what they are, and obviously you don't know what they might intend, but it seems like they're signaling to do something.
Okay. I'm going to allow the cart to progress forward another few feet until I get a grasp on what they're up to.
Okay. And so you slow it down. You don't go the full 40 feet. You go about 20 feet, maybe a shade over, and then you slow it down, and then you come to kind of a stop and just crack your neck and wait. Auric, you are up next, actually. And then we're going to go to Milo. You guys all beat them in initiative, by the way.
Wow.
Every single one of them. So, Auric, you feel the cart come to a stop.
Okay. And I know they're local, so I am going to just hop out. No, I'm just going to reposition myself right here.
Okay, I'm going to say that there are actually crates in the way there.
Okay.
I'm going to say that these two, there's keg here, 2 kegs here stacked, 2 kegs here stacked, and the crate here.
So I'll go ahead and I'm gonna don my sword and my shield and my hammer. I'm gonna jump out the front to the left of the cart and then ready an attack if anybody approaches.
Okay. You do that. When you do that, you hop on out. We'll call this your movement because you take time to throw the tarp off and hop out with your stuff. You see with your 13. This guy here. You see this. You see a figure over here, although it's difficult to determine what exactly it is. And you see this individual here. Those are who you see.
Okay.
And then you're just readying an action. Trigger if anyone comes into your range, huh?
Right.
Okay.
I totally forgot they don't like the guards. That's spaced my mind for.
That's exactly what you did. So there may not be a fight here. Who knows? Milo, it's your turn.
Auric blew it.
I assume being that I'm inside a barrel.
You are.
I
Yes.
can't see anything.
Correct.
I hear or get out. And it's like,
yeah.
wait,
No one specified that they
now?
altered the barrel. So. Yeah, you hear or get out, and then what? I'm sorry, what was that?
Are we doing this now? I didn't hear the words.
Anyone who wants to use their reaction can respond, but if you don't want to use your reaction, or you can't unless you don't want to attack, because that would give up.
Oh no, there's bandits.
All right, as a reaction, he responds. Milo, go for it.
Oh, with those words, I pop out
Okay, and
the top of the barrel.
Okay, and with your passive perception, you see everyone except for this figure here.
Can I tell what that unknown figure is?
Here?
Yes.
It's cloaked. It's a cloaked humanoid. It's cloaked and it's standing up. And unless you want to actively make me an action to perceive them, you can't make any difference or detail about it.
No.
Okay.
Well, since I heard the words, I'm just gonna start
Anyway,
firing down the range.
You just started blasting. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a target.
I'm gonna.
Holy crap! Did I really need to do that? Oh well, it's easy.
Assume. I think I'd go for green first.
For green first? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Roll to hit for me.
Literally just pop out with bow drawn and just start shooting arrows down. That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Okay, that will hit. Roll your damage.
And that is going to be 12 piercing.
Okay.
And then second attack for the Dread Ambusher.
Yes.
That is 18 to hit.
That will hit. Go ahead.
With 2d8s this time. Okay. Another 12 piercing.
Another 12. Okay. All right. Is there anything else?
I'm gonna end there.
Okay.
I want to wait till I figure out what this thing is.
Okay. Well, green you can kind of tell is human. They're not cloaked or anything, so that is a human that you've hit. And that is your turn. Ara, it is your turn now.
All right. I guess I'm gonna don my shield and longsword.
Okay.
And I am going to wait by the ready. I don't want them to know that there's any more.
Okay. All right. So are you gonna hold your action?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to do, and what is the trigger? Do you want to?
I don't.
Okay. So if you say hold an action, it means you can hold your action back. So it's like, say you wanted to make an attack, but you want to wait till they get closer, or you can dash, use your action to dash if you wanted to.
Because dash, I can just move double the movement, right?
Well, it gains you movement because you're giving up your movement now to.
Oh, gotcha.
You're giving up your movement now if you stay in the cart. But if you want to, you could hold your action to dash given a specific trigger.
Yeah, if the bandits get closer.
If the bandits get closer, you'll take your action to move closer to them.
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's your turn. All right, now we're going to go through all the enemies because they all sucked on their initiative rolls, and then we're coming back to you, Mon. So green takes 2 arrows, and it stuns him for a second, and then you hear him yell out, "It's a trap! Run! Get out of here!" Nice job, Ort. And
Wagon brain, man.
Did I just forgo my turn? I didn't realize we were actually starting combat.
Yeah, we're in initiative, but Mon, what I'll let you do, yes, I'm afraid, yes, we're gonna forgo the turn, but you'll be up next. But he's only gonna go 30 feet because what this is, there's a little bit of a hill, and so it's actually difficult terrain once you get past like this point. So he's only going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 as his action to dash. This individual is also going to go away. This one is much... It's...
I blew it.
Nope. This one goes 5, 10, 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. This one goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This figure here actually takes a shot. Pops out and hits Auric. Auric, you didn't know it was there, so it actually gets advantage on the shot. And that will be a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh. I'll switch back. Yep, that's so. So you will take only 3 points of piercing damage. And then it is also going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, as it is able to move quite quickly. Even while it took the time to fire that shot, it was able to move. And what you see clearly is that that's a goblin. So this goblin's working with them. What you guys didn't realize, and now that you do, is that there was actually a figure that rolled high enough on their stealth to even beat Chase's passive 19, Mon's passive 19, and he runs out of the brush 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 as his action. And they're all fleeing now. Mon, it is your turn.
Okay.
Chase him like a rabbit.
And now remember,
Okay.
this is, once you get past about this point, it's difficult terrain.
Right. So the further up you go, it starts to get difficult.
Yeah,
Like
so it'd be
near the
it'd be
path is
normal-
fine.
Yeah, it'd be normal on the path here, here, here. It's not till here, this line,
Okay.
this line over here, that it becomes difficult
Yeah.
terrain.
Okay. I suppose I'll just leap from the wagon and start giving chase.
Okay.
So with Step of the Wind, am I able to action dash and bonus action dash?
Yes.
Then I'm just gonna roll up.
Okay. So you'd
So
go.
that should get me there because my base is 40
Okay. So yeah, 5,
So-
10,
so
15,
80
20,
plus
30,
120.
40. And then 50, 60, 70, 80. And then 90, 100, 110, 120. So it really wouldn't get
So
you...
here.
Yeah, about there. Actually, one square up, but yes.
Here.
Yes, correct, right there.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's a diagonal or not, right?
Yes, every other diagonal counts an extra 5 feet, which in the case of difficult terrain would count double that. So an extra 20 feet. So it does, basically, if you go straight line, you can get here. Actually, if you went the other way, if you went other diagonal, you could actually hit the goblin. You could actually get here without expending any extra movement and attack the goblin if you wanted to.
With just dash?
No, with all of it, bonus action and action. But it wouldn't be able to escape without getting an attack without you doing an attack of opportunity, unless
that's fair.
Yeah, unless
I'll
he used its bonus
do that.
action, because it can actually, because it's a goblin. But yeah, I'd actually say also you could probably get to this guy. So whichever one you wanted to get to, goblin or this guy.
Well, I want to get as much distance this direction as I can so that
Sure.
the other people fleeing can't get as far.
Okay, absolutely. All right, that's your turn. Auric, you're up.
He very lowly
And then we're coming to Milo.
10 dropped. I run as far as I can, 5, 10, 15, 20. This is where the difficult terrain starts?
Yes.
30, I'll dash. What are these, rocks?
That's a tree.
Okay.
But
so,
I mean, you can get around, if you're trying to go around this side, you could go 5, 15, 20, 30.
And then
10, yeah, 20.
30.
Well, that's just your extra diagonal right there. So that's just 20. You could get here.
I thought, okay. That works.
Because you already took one, so it's, yeah, you're good. Right?
Okay.
5. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, be here. Sorry. I'm giving you bad information. My apologies.
That's my turn.
That's your turn? Okay.
You gonna rage?
You don't have a bonus action you want to do?
I dashed. I mean,
Well, that's an action.
I know, but I don't want to rage yet because fine, I'm raging. Whatever.
You screwed it up. You might as well.
You're pretty pissed at yourself right now.
I am.
He's not even mad at anyone in specific. He's just like, dang it, org.
Yeah.
Watch this one of the bad ones.
Dang Ferric.
Yeah.
All right, Milo.
So,
well, he's raging. He's screaming angrily at the guy running away from him. You're up. You're up, Milo.
It's the distance. Oh, there's a giant tree there. So, 10. I am going to aim for the furthest dude from me. Oh, that's green on green. The cloaked individual that we don't know what it is yet.
Okay. I would say you probably don't have a clean shot from there. You could move a little bit over, and you probably would. But okay. So you want to hit him? That target?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to bonus action. Is that a concentration? I think it is. It is.
Josh, you're shaking your
So
head.
pissed.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
I'm
questionable.
so annoyed.
It was super questionable.
Right when you said something, I was like, I was gonna ask if I could recon, but I'm gonna suffer through it.
Yeah.
I totally forgot that.
Bonus action ensnaring strike to at least stop somebody.
Okay.
And then go ahead and make that attack. Another dirty 20.
Okay, that will hit. Roll your damage.
Jacob, of the non-cloaked figures,
yes.
Do any of them match the description that we were given from the desk sergeant?
Now that you're the parchment might have had some details of it. It describes a group of anywhere from 4 to 6 figures, and the only figure they know they could give a description was of a gruff human male that, from this distance, now that you're closer, could roughly describe this individual here.
So we're not shooting at random people.
I mean, it's rough description.
That's going to be 6 piercing, and then DC saving strength.
Strength save. What's the DC on it? What would you say?
13.
13.
Strength.
That's an 18 on the die, so that passes.
You're kidding me.
So, unfortunately, vines start trying to crawl up from the ground, and it just jumps up and is able to avoid the ensnaring vines trying to grab it. When it does, though, the cloak kind of gives way from its face, and you can clearly see a beak. You don't see much more details, but you clearly see like a bird's beak as it kind of screeches at the snot stare. Is that the rest of your turn? You have a few feet of movement, I think. Oh no, you wouldn't. Because you were 5, 15, 20, 25. You have 5 feet of movement. Okay, great. All right. So that's your turn. Ara, you're up, and then we will go through all of the baddies.
Okay. If I was to move here,
Where?
could I sit right here?
Where's right here?
It's not working.
Oh,
It's working. It's just yours is green.
No, mine's
Right here.
green.
Oh.
Yes,
I was just trying to help.
Can I see that guy? The bird dude.
yes, you could.
Okay.
Although it would take you 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. The best you could get would be here with 30 feet of movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Here or here, if you get your arrow off my screen. Here or here. Right.
Double diagonals requires double movement.
Yeah, so you can either get right in front of Milo, or you can get anywhere on these lines here.
Okay. So right here, let me see something. Is that 55 feet from there?
Well, yes, but there's difficult terrain. So it's extra movement.
Not for movement purposes.
Okay, then yes. Yeah, correct. 55 feet.
Okay, then I will move there. As soon as I figure this
Take
shit
your
out.
time. Go for it.
Okay, now I'm within 60 feet of blue dude.
That is correct.
I am going to use command and tell him to halt.
Okay. All right, before we do that, gentlemen, I'm going to move the map so we have more room to play with. Hold on one second here. Okay. Apparently some of those squiggles weren't on the...
Oh.
Oh, that'll work.
It was one more down, I believe.
Shouldn't be any more down, but let's just work with this here.
Okay.
And we'll run with that. It's not perfect, but that's what we'll run with.
I think he is right though. It's one more down.
Like down south.
Yeah.
Yeah, all characters move south one more.
Yeah.
I didn't
Because
move
this-
them
this-
at all south.
This one was in line with the bottom of the tree when Milo was going to take a shot
Yeah.
initially.
And the red dude. Nope, the other way.
I did not touch up or down, so it's weird to me that it would go south. But okay, you are correct. Now that I'm looking with the tree, I just don't know why it would have gone up at all. But that's all right. All right, I'm not going to add any trees or anything. Just use your imagination. All right, go for it. So, run. Thank you, Melvin, for using your imagination there. Visual imagination. Okay.
I'm here for you.
I rolled a 17 on
Okay.
my command.
Okay. Well, you don't roll anything. They roll against your command, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, my bad.
So what's your spell save DC?
All right, it is just cast. Or it's an enchantment one action, 60 feet. Creature you can see within range. Just says you speak one word to a
Yes.
creature you see within range. The
I
target
know.
must. Oh, sorry. Wisdom saving. Wisdom save.
Yes, I know it's a wisdom save. What is your spell save DC? So it should be 8 plus your proficiency plus your spell trait, which is charisma. So what's your charisma?
Sorry, my charisma is 18, so 4.
4. Okay, then you'll add your proficiency, which is 2, plus
Right.
8. So 14, for your knowledge, is your spell save DC right now.
Okay.
And it's a wisdom saving throw, and you did it on the blue guy.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, he fails, and so your command was halt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which means he.
Yes, I'm reading the spell. Thank you. I'm reading it right now, so you're good to go. Okay, so you speak halt, and as far as you know, he's not going to move. Yeah, it doesn't even say on its next turn it must follow the command. Okay. Yeah, so it failed, and on its next turn it will halt as far as you know. All right. That is your turn, and then we're going to go to the Berserker. The Berserker, all of this is going to be still considered difficult terrain. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 for his action. The Kinku, which is, nope, you don't know that. Sorry. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is going to go there.
I gathered.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
All right. Thug R is going to see his friend up here in damage. And he's going to go 5, 10, or rather 5, 15, 20, and he's going to attack you, Mon, and he's going to do so with advantage, because he has pack tactics, because I love me some pack tactics. But
that's crazy.
is probably not going to hit. Double checking. A +4 to hit, so he only got a 16.
Negative.
Okay, so that's his turn.
Where does the difficult terrain end?
It doesn't. Haha. No, we're gonna. Oh, he gets multi-attack, so he's gonna attack you again. We're gonna call everything difficult terrain, Oric, just because that's what we're gonna do. Okay, the second attack is a 21 to hit, Chase.
Sure.
Okay, and you will take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as he hits you with a mace.
Okay.
And that is his turn. The Goblin, sensing no honor amongst thieves, is going to bonus action evade, go 5, 10, 15, well, that's 30 actually, and he's going to take a shot at you, Mon. And that is going to be a 14 to hit, so that arrow goes long. Thug B is not going to do anything because he was commanded to halt. So what you see him do is start to take a step, and then he just stands there and kind of drops his guard. His arms just kind of go at his arms. All right. We're back at the top of the initiative, Mon. You are up.
I guess I'll start fisticuffing the guy next to me.
Okay, very good. Go for it.
Show 'em who's boss.
18 on the die.
That will hit. Roll your damage.
2
Plus your dex.
So 6,
Okay.
and then I'll go ahead and do the monk thing.
Okay. Flurry your blows.
Hit him with the flurry.
Okay. Roll to hit.
12 plus 6
That
for
will hit.
18.
Yep, that'll hit.
And then we'll do 9.
Okay.
And then we'll do it once more. 12 hit.
That'll hit.
14 will hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
And then that's going to be 10.
All right. With just a series of straight shots to the guy that just whacked you, his mace comes across, and you kind of try and parry it, but it hits you right in the shoulder and annoys you, and so you just get a quick 3-punch combo with a jab punch right to his jaw, and set him back a foot. All right, that is your action and bonus action. I assume you don't want to take your movement, so Oric, you are up.
10, 20, 30 dash 10, 20, 30.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
That'll be it. And you are going to lose your rage because no one attacked you and you did not take an attack. So
Correct.
you growl with this angry grouping, and the guy takes 1 second look at you and says, "Nope," runs and sees Mon pissing off his friend, and then you run after him, and you start huffing and puffing. You're like, too tired to be angry. As you run up on him, Milo, you are up.
Cool. I guess bonus action, Hunter's Mark.
Who are
Who
you
was I
hunting?
hitting last?
You shot at him for the ensnaring strike, but failed.
It's Hunter's Mark, that same person.
Okay. Let's see. What do we want to use for Hunter's Mark? We're going to call it this. Oh, there's a bunch of them.
And then go for some more shots.
Okay.
To see, slow some people down. Actually, I'm just gonna move 30 feet straight.
Straight-ish.
Yeah. So 5, 10, 20. I can't really get that far. Well, from there.
Okay. There's a tree in your way, unfortunately. That I would say it's a pretty big tree, and it would block line of sight from you. I will let you retcon your movement if you would like.
Jeez.
All right, so starting back over at the beginning, Oric never jumped out.
If only.
Sorry, that was pretty bad.
I
can't-
just
We had
make
so
the
much
same thing,
dead
but towards
space.
the opposite way.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that's pretty fine. And I'd say you have a shot there. Not a big deal.
Are you kidding me?
Don't blow the mission.
Yeah.
It's a nat 1.
That's a nat 1. Oh. So you're aiming your shot and you're moving up, and unfortunately, right as you release, the bush kind of catches your arm because you're so low to the ground and just sends you wide right, hitting the very tree that you tried to avoid. But that is your turn. Ara, you are up, and then we'll go through the enemies.
Look back to see if Ara
Okay.
saw that.
He did.
I want to move towards the blue dude.
Okay. You could go 5, 15, 20, 25. All these got messed up. We'll call this the difficult terrain spot. So you could go basically here before you hit difficult terrain.
Okay. And then I would like to use Sacred Flame. It's a cantrip.
Yes, which he needs to make a dex save. What's the distance on Sacred Flame?
60 feet.
Okay, very good. He needs to make a dex save. Dex save.
Yeah.
Against your spell save DC, and he is not going to make it. So go ahead and roll the damage. That Sacred Flame is such a good cantrip.
It's definitely one of the better.
5.
5 damage to Thug Blue. Okay. All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay.
Because that was an action I've already moved, so I'd have a bonus action left.
Yes.
What would Hunter's Mark be good for anything?
I don't think you should. Does he get Hunter's Mark? No, it's not for you right now. I mean, you could, but basically for you, Hunter's Mark would be able to allow you to know where he is at all times, which doesn't really matter because he's running from you, and give you additional damage if you were able to hit him with a weapon attack. I don't know why you would get Hunter's Mark. I guess it's possible.
It's because of vengeance.
I
Oath of
didn't.
Vengeance.
I did not realize Oath of Vengeance get Hunter's Mark actually.
Yeah.
You could cast it, but right now it's not going to do any. It's not going to give you any benefit.
Okay.
Until you can get up there and start swinging at him.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we're going to go through the bad guys, and then we'll come back to Mon. Berserker continues to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 with his action. Kinku, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 continues to run. Thug R sees himself in a bad situation. He's actually going to take his action to disengage. And then he's going to go 5, really 10, 20, 30. Can't get very far. But that's what he's going to do, because for lack of a better option, he has nothing to give. The Goblin's going to dash and then double dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, which is actually 90 feet because it's difficult terrain. But he's booking it. No honor amongst thieves. Thug Blue looks around confused for a second, as he has no idea why he just decided to halt there. But then he got burned by the sacred flame, and so now he's also going to dash. He's going to go 10, 20, 30 is what he's going to do there. And now we're at Mon. You're up.
I get between Step for the Wind and I only have one key point left.
Yeah.
This is just turned into a whole thing, huh?
Don't rub it in right now, please. Yep.
Well, I guess I'm going to use my last key point, and then that's not the right tool. 5, or well, I guess I'm counting in tens now.
Yes. Yeah.
So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 110, 120. So I can catch the goblin.
You can catch the goblin. Yes, you can. It'll be your full turn. It'll be everything you got there to do that. All right, Auric, you're up, and then we'll go to Milo.
Yeah, this T rages again.
Okay, bonus action rage.
My rage ends immediately.
Huh?
Is that
My
what you
rage
rolled?
ends. Yup.
Because why?
Because I rolled 80.
Oh no!
His rage dice.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks.
Why was I mad?
Oh, yeah.
So I'll
So
still
you
use my
take
30
a-
movement.
You take a large growl, and then suddenly your muscles all just relax as you are filled with the sudden peace of the higher planes, and you feel as if their radiant sunlight passes through the canopy, and you're just like, oh,
Too much, because I have other stuff that will need to roleplay like that.
I decide.
found a
I decide how we roleplay. I'm just kidding.
All right, I'm gonna reckless attack.
Okay.
Should be 23 to hit.
And real quick, I don't know why I'm asking this. Reckless attack doesn't say that you have to be
No movement.
raging to use it.
I don't believe so.
I'm just double checking. For some reason, that's in my head.
For all consent. Yeah, no word about rage about that at all.
Okay, very good.
It's just a barbarian feature, yeah.
Yep. All right. Roll the hit with advantage.
23 to hit.
That will hit. Roll your damage.
7 bludgeoning.
7 total.
Yeah.
Man, incredible.
Weak sauce.
Okay. All right. That's your turn then. Milo, you're up, and then we'll go to Ara. Ara. Can we fix it?
Better start hitting some of these shots.
No, we
Said the
can't.
man who ruined the plan.
You better pick up my slack. MFer.
Team effort,
Milo.
guys. Team effort.
Screw
I
this
wasn't paying
up.
attention. I was looking away.
Go ahead, Milo.
I think we should let them leave.
Oh,
I still step forwards though. 10, 20.
We just need one.
Then just, I guess, action dash.
okay. Okay.
And then that's gonna be my turn.
That's going to be your turn. Okay. Ara, you are up, and then we will go through the baddies.
Okay. What's my max movement towards the blue? I'm still learning the difficult terrain.
So difficult terrain counts as double movement. So you could go 5, 10, you could go 10, 20, 30, and then you'd have to take an action or something to continue moving past this point. So essentially it halves your movement.
But it also has their movement too, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And I'll just move you here because technically you can move there and it's technically better.
Okay.
It's technically closing the gap.
I'm gonna do command again.
Okay. How many? Because you've only done that once. You have spell slots. So go ahead. You command. Let me roll to get out of that. That's a wisdom save.
I have 2 slots remaining.
He fails. So what do you command him to do?
Halt.
Just halt. You could command him to approach.
Oh, okay. Approach.
Yes, approach will try and get him closer to you. All right, as opposed to him just not moving. So he will, as far as you know, walk towards you. All right.
As far as you know.
That's your turn. Berserker continues. 5, 10, 50, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Kinku, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. They are almost... Never mind. They have a lot of ways to go. I scrolled over. That was Kinku. Thug Red is going to engage, feeling like he has better shot at taking on a one-on-one fight. He's going to go ahead and attack you, Auric.
With advantage.
Yes, with advantage. Thank you. But doesn't matter. His best was a 9. He rolled a middle finger and a 5. So he does get multi-attack, though. I keep forgetting that. And his second one is a 19 to hit.
Woo.
That hits.
Okay. So he's going to hit you for 8 bludgeoning damage. As his first strike swings at you and misses, but he catches you on the back, on a backhand right in the ribs, leaving as you left your guard open. So you'll take 8 bludgeoning. The goblin is going to attempt to disengage from the monk here. So he's going to use his bonus action to disengage, and he's going to go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, because he still has his action. And then we have Thug Blue, who for some reason is running and then stops, turns around, and tries to go back down the hill. 10, 20, 30 towards Ara. And in fact, he will use his full action to dash and end his place here as he comes and looks at Ara like, yes, sir, you asked for me. And that is his turn. So now we're back to Mon. Mon, you are up.
All right, I guess I'm going to attempt the cutoff here at this point. So we're going to go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. To there.
Okay.
And then that is my turn, I guess.
Okay. I will say, Mon, if you wanted to instead use the 80 here, if he tried to continue this way, he'd have to proc an opportunity attack on you, unless he nimbled escaped. But then he's just, I'll let you make that choice. I'm sure you made it. You know that, and you make a choice. Okay, so you're going that way. You're probably okay. I see what you're doing. Never mind. This is taking a long time.
Yeah, someone made it difficult terrain.
Yeah. Well, I made it difficult terrain for your guys' benefit, so they wouldn't just sprint away from you guys at full speed immediately, and you guys had a chance to catch up. But Auric, you are up.
I'm gonna backstory the dumbness, so it'll be okay. I'm going to rage.
Bonus action rage, which I think is your last one.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one might be a little bit more promising.
What'd you roll? What's that magical wild surge? Tell us.
So I'm just going to read this one because I'm not super familiar with it.
Okay.
Until your rage ends, you can summon an intangible spirit within 5 feet of a creature of your choice. You can see within 30 feet of you once per turn as a bonus action. At the end of the turn, the spirit explodes, and any creature within 5 feet must make a dex save or take 1d6 force damage. So I won't be able to summon it this turn, right?
No, because you, as a bonus action,
Correct.
raged. So as long as you maintain your rage, somehow, given how many people are away from you,
I'm just going to make an attack.
Okay.
Reckless attack here. 23 to hit again.
that will hit. Roll your damage.
This will be 10 total bludgeoning damage.
All right. He is still up, but he looks bad.
That'll be it for me.
That's it for you. Okay.
Actually,
Yes.
no, because I still have movement, so I am going to kind of get on the other side of him real quick. Just expense my movement to
Okay. Not a big deal.
get in front.
Not hard at all. All right. Milo, you're up, and then we're going to Ara.
So I'm just gonna make my couple steps forwards
Okay.
and take a shot at the Kinku.
At the Kinku. Okay. Your bonus with your hunter's mark on him. Okay.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
Another dirty 20.
That will hit.
So with Hunter's Mark, it's a D6, right? Yeah. 8, 12.
12. Okay. He is still up, but your shot goes flying through the air and pierces the back of the cloak, causing him to stumble forward a step or two. And he turns back to you and just goes, "Help me!" And that is your turn, I imagine. So we will go to Ara. You are up, and then we'll go through the baddies, and it'll go to Mon.
All right. Well, I will use my movement to get on the backside of him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my longsword.
All right. Roll to hit.
Actually,
Yes.
let me do my dragon breath.
Okay. If that is what you want to do. So that's a dex save.
Yes.
Okay. And what is your save for that?
It is. Where is it at? It's con. Saving throw. Yeah, con. you hear
What is the save? What is the save number for you?
Okay. So I imagine it would be my.
I believe it's 8 plus your so you don't have this. You don't have this. You don't have this this saved in your racial features. So your breath weapon, unless I'm mistaken, is 8 plus your proficiency plus your constitution modifier.
Yeah, why is my attack not? I'm confused. Yeah, there plus 2. I'm confused.
Okay, hold on. So your breath weapon is not an attack. It replaces an attack and forces an enemy to make a saving throw. But the
Right.
DC of that saving throw is dependent on, I believe, your constitution.
I want to say that's true. 8 plus proficiency plus con.
Plus con. Okay. So your breath weapon is 8 plus 2 from your proficiency plus your constitution modifier, which is 2. So he needs to make a constitution saving throw, I think, for psionics, or is it?
It's force.
It's force damage. I don't know what I don't know what that con save is though. Because what's your amethyst subrace? Okay,
it's still dexterity.
Okay, amethyst. I'm just gonna double check breath weapon.
I for some reason I have saving throw con versus DC spell.
Okay, that might be the case. Let's double check. Okay. Fuck you. Nope. Force breath. A harmful wave of concentrated magic emitted in a 30-foot by line, 5 foot by 30 foot, and requires a dexterity saving throw. It's a dex save.
Wait, that's mine's a cone, 15-foot cone.
Are you not? Well, you say amethyst with a force breath weapon, right? Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna call it a dex just because I don't want to look at it. We'll look this up later, Larry, to confirm if it's a cone. That's fine. The Google is telling me that it's supposed to be Google's telling me that it's supposed to be a line because it's a force weapon. We'll mess with that later. We're gonna call it a dex save, and we're just gonna see what it be. Of 12, he got a 10, so he failed regardless. So roll 2d6 and apply them as damage. We need to make sure that that's updated on your character sheet for ease of access next time.
Okay, so 8 plus that's it. Yeah,
Nope,
8.
just 8. Yep. All right, 38 damage. Or 8 damage, excuse me. And that is your action and your movement. Do you have anything you want to do as a bonus action?
No.
Okay. So we're going to go to the Berserker. This guy gets a sense that Milo's not letting him around. And so, or that the monk is not going to let him just go. So he's going to go 10, 20, 30. And then let me make sure he can't do anything. Yeah. And he's going to yell, jump on him, to this group over here. And he's going to go ahead and take his action to move up close here, to use the rest of his speed to get here. And that is going to be his turn. The Kinku will, let's see if he does it or not. The Kinku takes one look at him, and then feels the arrow in his shoulder and says, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Because he sees his path now to run.
This guy won't stop.
Yeah, well, you shot him. Red Thug has to attack Auric. He has no choice at this point. So he's going to take 2 attacks. Did you reckless attack? Does he get advantage?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so first attack is not
He's
going to do
barbarian.
it.
What do you think?
Second attack, yeah.
That is all I know.
Second attack is only a 14.
Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit. So he's not having a good day. In fact, as a bonus action, Auric, he swings, misses, and he just throws his he as a bonus action throws his weapons down and puts up his hands and he says, I'm good. I surrender. No harm, no foul. And then the goblin is going to move 10, 20, 30, and then bonus action dash 40, 50, 60, and he's going to shoot an arrow at you, Mon, as his leader attempted to tell him to do. So he is going to attempt to hit you. That is a 19 to hit.
No, that'll do it.
That'll do it. All right. And you will take... There it is. You will take 4 points of piercing damage as he shoots an arrow at you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And then we are on to Thug Blue. Thug Blue, at first, he's like, yes, you called for me, sir. And then he gets confused. And then the Dragonborn moves around him and blasts him with Force Breath weapon. And now he's just utterly shocked, and he's going to take his 2 attacks at you, Ara.
Okay.
The first is only a 14 to hit, which I don't believe hits.
Nope.
The second is a 23, and that one should hit.
Yep.
And you will take a whopping 3 points of bludgeoning damage as he just smashes into your chain shirt. That is his turn. So Mon, you are up, and you have successfully gotten the individual that matches the description to attack you.
Yes, I have.
Take his head.
For my Breath of the Dragon, what is my taking damage of the chosen type equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts side? Okay, I'm gonna breathe on him.
You're going to breathe on him. Okay.
Hi, how are you? So that is tone or line. Actually, you know what? Just for giggles, I'm gonna skirt around him
Okay.
and then line it between him and the goblin.
Between him and the goblin? I'd say, yeah, you have the ability to do that somewhere in between this square and this square. So we'll say absolutely. So they both need to make a dex save?
Correct.
Okay.
Against my key save DC, which it's worded a little weird. Would that just be my dex?
I think it's a feature on your... I think it's determined by your monk
I
level.
was looking, so... Dex save throw against your key save DC, but I don't know what my key save DC is.
It should be called
So-
discipline too. All right, key save DC.
Sorry, I didn't realize it was worded this way.
That's all right. 8 plus your proficiency plus your wisdom modifier is your key save.
Wisdom. Okay.
All
So
right.
8 plus 2 plus 4.
Yeah. Okay. So, and it's a dex save.
Mhm.
That ain't gonna do it. The big guy in front of you is not gonna do it. The goblin, however, might, as that is, I think plus 2. Yes, that is an 18 for the goblin. So the goblin saves and will take half damage, and the
Yep.
big guy does not. So roll your damage.
And then my damage is of the chosen type, which just fire for me.
Yes.
Martial arts die. So would that just be my fists?
That's your D6. currently, and that goes up as you level up. But yes, currently it's a D6.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So 2d6.
2d6. Okay.
Well, that's gonna be
Okay. So 6 to the big guy, and then half as much, so 3 to the goblin. All
and
right.
then I don't have any more bonus actions, so that'll do it, I suppose.
Okay. And that was an action. The breath weapon was an action, right? I think so.
I believe it's an action, and it replaces an attack. Yeah, replace one of the attacks.
Replace one of the attacks.
So
You
if I
use your
was
bonus.
flurrying a blowing, I
It
could
yes,
use one of the attacks.
Correct.
But
Okay. All right. So that's your turn, Oric. You are up, and you have a gentleman trying to surrender.
When he swings at me, I'm mid swing back at him, and I see his drop. So I stop the hammer right in his face. Then I'll use my bonus action. The tree right here, I will summon. I will say an intangible bear spirit.
Okay.
And then I assume because he's surrendering, I have his he'll be amenable to my movement.
Amenable. Yeah, he's not. He's thrown his weapons out. He's not going to try and interrupt you.
Right. So, but if I were to grab him and walk with him, he's not. I mean, he'll walk with me, I assume, right?
He will walk with you. Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna start going 5 to, or so it'd be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
Okay. Yeah,
So
he'll walk with you.
Okay.
Okay. And then your rage ends because you're not making an attack.
Right, and then that little bear blows up.
Yes.
The tree needs to make a dex save.
It fails.
It blows up. There's splinters all around us.
All right. Where was the tree? It was this tree.
Yes.
are you
What was the
deleting
damage?
1d6 force.
1d6 force.
1 damage to the tree.
Okay. All right. The blast sends shrapnel, but thankfully because you placed it here and it did such little damage to the tree, you guys are shielded. No backblast. All right. Milo, you are up. The Kinku's still running.
Guess I'm just gonna keep chasing.
Okay. You're 120 feet away currently as the arrow flies.
That should get me in range. Just moving my entire movement.
Yeah, you should be able to get within 15 feet. Yep, that's it. You're at 105.
Somebody's gotta go down. 22 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit. I'll do.
Still, Hunter's Mark is up. $14 piercingness.
On the Kinku here.
Oh yeah, Kingu.
Okay. You got him. As you are approaching him and you see him still running as fast as he can, you're just irritated that you have to chase this guy. And you steady your breath real gently and loose an arrow, and it pierces the very back of where you believe his neck to be. And his beak goes beak first into the ground, and he kind of sticks in the dirt a little bit of the hillside. And that is your action. That's your attack.
Do I have? No, I'm not gonna waste that. That'll be my turn.
That's your turn. Okay. Ara, you're up, and then we'll go to the enemies.
All right, I'm going to longsword this dude.
Okay, roll to hit.
18 plus 6.
Okay, that will hit. Roll your damage.
Eight damage total.
8 damage total. Okay. All right, we're down to we're down to the enemies. So Chase, or Mon rather, this guy screams just a guttural, visceral yell, ah! And swings his battle axe at you, giving himself advantage. However, on your turn, all attacks will be at advantage as well as he recklessly throws himself at you. God, I need better dice. That's... Yeah. That is his best is a 13. God,
that's
sucks.
Not very close.
No, and that's his turn. That sucks. All right, Kinku's dead, so we don't have to worry about that. The red thug is going along with you, Auric, and he kind of like doesn't like you grabbing onto him and holding him, but he's not fighting super hard. So he'll just give up his turn to follow you. The goblin is still active. He's going to move over here, and he's going to attempt to hide in the bushes with a stealth check. And as far as he knows, he's hidden, but everyone who has a passive stealth above 9 definitely sees him. Or 10 rather. Yeah. So he's going to take a shot at Mon, but Mon, because you actually see him, it's not at advantage. That is going to be a 15 to hit, which is not your armor class. That will miss. The blue thug feels like he has no choice but to continue to fight the Dragonborn here. He's going to take 2 attacks. The first one is a natural 1. That's definitely going to miss. The second one is a unnatural 20. Does that hit?
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So he'll swing his mace at you for an additional 5 points of bludgeoning to you, Ara.
Okay.
That is his turn. Mon, you are up, and you have advantage on all attacks against this individual this round.
I will advantage with my feasts.
Okay. All right, action to hit.
Yep. I imagine 18 on the die will probably get there.
Yep, you will get there.
And then that's going to be 9.
9 points of damage. Okay. And your you can bonus action to unarmed strike again.
Yep, I will do so. 15 on the die.
That will hit. Go ahead.
And there's a 10.
All right. So he just completely whiffs with his axe, and you throw 2 body shots to his ribs. And you hear one that doesn't sound like it snaps, but you definitely hear a little crack to it. All right, that's your turn. Auric, you are up.
We'll take movement again. Sorry, wrong thing.
And once you get past this point, 20, it's regular.
30. Okay, so this technically where I'm at is kind of regular.
Yeah, you have 5. You have an additional 5 meat essentially.
Okay, so 25, and then this will be 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Okay, and he'll follow. All right, Milo, you are up.
Oh, that was fast.
And then we're coming to you, Ara. So decide what you want to do.
Right. Where do my stuff go?
North. Being that the other dude dropped to 0, I can bonus action move the hunter's mark to a new creature. So I'm going to move it onto the goblin.
Okay. The goblin has a bonus action hunter's mark.
And then go for another attack.
All right, roll to hit.
Against the goblin. Uh, 19.
That will hit. Roll your damage.
Just keep these 2 dice with the rest of these. 11 pierce.
Okay. So the goblin thinks he's sneaky. He's a sneaky snake, and he fired an arrow. And you return fire, and it goes through the bush that he thinks he's hiding in through, and you just hear, ah! And he falls out of the bush with the arrow stuck straight in his heart as he dies.
Wow, what a shot.
You were talking
No, I was doing the roll. Roller, I wanted you to shoot him.
All right, Ara, you are up.
Divine Smite.
All right, roll to hit. Well, you can choose to Divine Smite after you hit, so just roll to hit first.
18.
That will hit. Now you can decide.
Divine Smite.
All right, roll your damage. That should be 2d8.
Should be the extra damage is 2d8 for a
Yes.
first level, so it should be 3d8, right?
Yeah, 3d8 total. 2d8 radiant and 1d8 slashing.
All right. So for the slashing, it was 8 total.
8 total. Okay.
And then for the radiant, it was 10 total.
10 total. All right. All right, that is your turn then. As he takes the shot and feels the mighty power of the gods slice into him. That'll be the Berserker's turn. Chase, the Berserker is once again going to yell very loudly in your face and attack you.
Didn't go so hot.
No.
Can I return the favor now?
Well, you will on your next turn, but not yet.
Should just put those dice in timeout.
Yeah. Kinku's dead. Thug Red is following him. Thug Blue will take 2 attacks against Ara. The first one is a 17 to hit. Does a 17 hit you, Ara? No. The second one crits.
Okay.
So he's gonna do 2 of these. You will take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as he cracks the mace right down on your snout, your exposed snout, and you hear some of the cartilage and bone damaging yourself. So you'll take a total of 11.
All right.
All right, Mon. Now you can return the favor.
With haste. Ooh, 8 plus 4? No,
It should be
6.
6.
Yeah, 8 plus 6.
That will still hit.
Very good.
Very good, old chap.
7.
Okay.
And then we go again.
Okay.
I am doing non-lethal damage, by the way.
Okay. Thank you for specifying.
All right, that's a 10 on the die for a total of 16.
That will hit. Roll your damage.
And then that will be 6.
6. All right. He misses again as you take the opportunity to punish him with with 1 shot to his already damaged rib. Although because it was at a weird angle, it doesn't do as much damage. And the second shot brings an uppercut onto his chin, just infuriating him even more. Oric, you are up.
So I'll get right here, and I'll come, like, I'll tell him to go ahead and get in. I'll hop in with him, and then I will use my hempen rope to tie him up.
Okay.
So just have him in the back section here.
Okay. We'll say that you're planning on doing that next turn. We'll say that took some of your to help him in and everything, and sure he's not gonna try and bolt on you. Took an action.
Sure.
All right, Milo, you are up, and there's only 2 enemy combatants that aren't essentially pacified.
Looking at the 2.
Little help.
Little help.
Little
Who
help.
said that?
He pooped my snoot.
Gotcha. I'll just step back this time. Turn back. I was like, I think he's got that one. And notice that or is kind of struggling a little bit. So with the goblin now down, move the hunter's mark again.
Okay.
Over to blue, and then make a shot.
Okay, roll to hit.
14.
That
To
does
hit.
hit. Yeah, that does hit.
13 piercing.
As you move the hunter's mark and feel the ire, the target almost seems to radiate a gentle light as you make his visage out in the trees, and you pull your bow back, or you draw your bowstring back, and you just go, and release an arrow that hits him right in the throat, causing him to drop his weapon, spatter a little bit of blood on Ara, and he goes and falls backward, extinguished. So he's dead. Hit. All right, that's Milo's turn.
Rabbit right now.
Yeah.
They made
Ara,
me
you're
run.
up.
The
The guy you were fighting is dead.
I guess I can just try to book it over there as fast as I can, just to make sure that he's good.
Okay. So you can use your
Or
full action to dash to get 6 tiles.
or should I use lay on hands and heal myself?
You could do that as well.
All right, so this will be the first time I use it. I'm a paladin. Got to use it.
Yeah, eventually.
Oh wait. Is that counts as a spell, right?
It does not. Lay on hands is a feature. It is not a spell.
They have the right
Okay,
charges now.
but divine smite does take up a spell slot.
It does, yes. You have access to divine smite, but it requires a spell slot. Lay on hands does not. You just have a pool of healing equal to, for you, 15, 5 times your paladin level.
Okay, so all right. So how do I do it?
So as an action, you touch yourself in a very gentle and loving way.
Heal.
And
Heal.
you choose the number of points you want to apply to yourself.
I'm gonna go ahead and do 15.
Okay, so you'll use all of it. You don't have any left until you finish a long rest, and you give yourself 15 hit points back. As you go. There we go. As you go.
Slowly.
As you go.
He grabs his chest and his nose kind of like reorients.
Yeah. Yeah, he grabs his chest.
I feel so much better.
All right, so that's your action. You still can move.
I'll move maximum towards him.
Okay, so you have 3 tiles essentially to move.
Wow.
Like that?
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Mon, help is on the way.
Slowly but surely.
3 hours later.
The Berserker, continuing to be pissed off, is going to use different dice this time and attempt to bring his axe at you again.
Same results.
Cursing you.
Success. An unnatural 22 to hit.
That'll do it.
That'll
Go
do.
ahead.
Good lord. All right, he swings a d12 damage.
1 damage plus whatever.
Close. 5 total. 2 plus 3. So 5 total.
We're chilling.
Slash damage.
It's not very good at raging.
He is really not.
I'm mad.
Why so serious?
And that's his turn. Thug R is incapacitated. Is going along with Auric. All right, Mon, punish him. Punish him, Moni.
What?
Whoa. Whoa.
How about no? How about
Moni?
no? All right. Well, imagine that I'll get there. 18
Yeah, on the die.
plus.
Non-lethal?
Yeah, non-lethal.
Yeah, go for it.
Why are you so angry? I think you should take a nap. Whap. Or 8.
All right.
And if he's still standing up, we'll do it again.
Yep.
Oh,
praise be.
Yeah.
All right. So your best is a middle finger on that one. You tell him to take a nap, and you punch him really hard, and his head bounces back, and then he just dodges the second shot, as he doesn't want to take a nap. He's just too angry for it.
Doesn't want to take a nap so far.
Yeah. Auric, you're up.
I'm gonna go ahead and use the rope to tie him up and run his pockets.
Okay.
Never fails for a dwarf.
He goes along with you, and you take out, we'll say, a bonus action to take out the rope and an action to tie it up. We'll let you search him on the next one. But to ensure that it's a good well, you know what?
He's RPing at this point.
You know what?
Yeah, he's out of combat.
Make me a sleight of hand check. If you succeed on a pretty high roll,
Define pretty high.
tell me the roll.
I'm going to be talking 14.
14. Unfortunately, you're tying him up and it's going well, but not fast enough to be able to search his pockets at the same time.
Okay. Well, I'm going to spend my movement pacing until the next turn.
Okay. Just hopping up and down. All right.
The gods won't let me do this.
All right, Milo. There's only one target left.
Can I tell that he's not
Get out the fist arrow.
causing damage to this dude?
What you can tell is that he's missing a lot. He did hit
Or
him on
should
the
I
last
say,
one, but
Mons, when he's hitting, that he is doing non-lethal, like he's not causing killing damage. I don't really know if that's something you can see with punches.
Here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. Make an insight check at disadvantage from this distance with this cover.
I missed last time because I was trying not to hit him just right to kill him, you know.
That's 10.
That's 10. Chase, you have a positive modifier to deception whatsoever.
I don't think so. No, I have intimidation.
Well, that's proficiency. What's your charisma total?
Oh, +2.
+2. Okay. Yeah. So you have a positive modifier deception. Yeah. At this distance, given this, no, you can't tell specifically that it's non-lethal.
Well, then that sucks for this guy.
The green dying.
Hunter's Mark moves again.
Yep.
And I'm going for an attack.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Never mind.
What was it?
Another nat 1.
Nat 1, automatic miss. Trying to ensure that you don't hit Mon,
oh damn it!
You fire the shot, and it just sails past him, because you wanted to make sure that it wouldn't hit your friend. So you decided to aim a little bit further over on the target, and right as you loose the arrow, he jinx. Not because he was trying to evade you, because he was trying to evade Mon. So you miss.
Some rabbit deep in the forest squeals in pain.
My cabbages. All right, Ara, you're up.
I'm gonna do double, or yeah, turn on my actions moving.
Okay, 10, 20, 30. There you go.
Cool.
If this guy actually lands another attack and rolls high, I'm not looking too pretty.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. That's that's Ara's turn. The Berserker is up. He's angry. He doesn't know that arrows are being shot at him. He's gonna roll.
Oh man.
He's recklessly. No.
It was so loud it didn't
I saw the
register.
fuck. I did not hear the fuck.
It's so loud it didn't register.
What just happened?
Discord said no fucks for you.
Oh man.
So my turn?
Yeah.
You should have let work wreck on it.
Go. Mon, punish him.
I imagine
Yeah,
that if
the mobs you get there.
right? Yeah. And that's going to be a full 10 of non-lethal punching damage.
As you hit him right in the throat, for punishing him for just dropping his guard and recklessly going after you time and time again. But he is still up.
Oh,
Oh,
again.
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 Yeah.
All right, that'll hit. And then 7.
Okay. You punch him in the throat, and then you get him again across the brow and give him a cut on the eye as he literally starts to see red from blood dripping into him, and he is just refusing to stop and think. Auric, you're
I'm
up.
glad it's not me
How much
fighting
HP does
him.
this
being
ever have?
I know, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm glad it's not me fighting him.
If
Okay,
you can
he's tied
freaking
up.
land.
I'm gonna run his pockets.
Run it.
All right, give me a investigation. Actually, screw it. Give me a perception. Either one. I'll let you choose.
Well, either one, it's not going very well because that's a nat 1.
What was the total?
I hate the investigation, or you said or perception.
Yeah, I'll give you a choice.
So I'll do perception for a total of 4.
Okay. You start patting him down, just loosely, but unfortunately the hempen rope kind of conflicts. It causes you not to be able to feel as much as you wanted to, or at least not with as much detail. So you don't
I feel like this could go inappropriate.
It definitely could. It definitely will. But at this point, you don't feel like he's carrying anything on him.
Okay. I go back to pacing.
Okay, Milo, you're up.
Shooting again. Man, aim for his toe. Maybe this time I don't explode someone's big toe.
No way.
Dirty 20.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say natural 20. I was like, oh god, another Death Star
No,
situation.
dirty.
All right, that will hit. Roll your damage.
$15 pierce.
Okay. So
Early.
Mon claps him in the throat and his eye, and he staggers backwards, and he's about ready to raise his axe again, and you shoot, and it gets him right in the arm, right where the rib was already cracked, and it finishes it off, piercing his rib, piercing his lung, and driving the broken rib into his heart.
I was aiming for his toe.
Yeah, you missed. I was aiming for his head. Shot him right in the dick. But you were aiming for his toe, but you actually saw the opening and put the rib into his heart. And he staggers for 6. Drops the axe. Can't breathe. Heart failing. Muscles weak. And just drops to his knees and falls over. In Mom's spaghetti. Yep. As you get him. And that is where we will officially end the combat.
Okay.
Well, so I just kind of give like
Botched from the beginning.
Put the bow away, pull out my short sword, and run for the kinku, and immediately just start sawing.
Oh my
Mon
God.
will just head back to the cart and let the eager rabbit handle his due diligence.
It's in fact the bunny from Monty Python. All right, make me a survival
There's
check.
2 things I don't like.
Alive things
People
and
who are intolerant of other people's cultures, and the Dutch.
You said their survival?
Yes, give me a survival.
9.
Okay, you make an absolute mess of this Kinku's head, and it takes you longer than you anticipated. As your fur, once again, your paws just elbow deep in blood because it took way too much time to get this head off. But you have it.
You might as well just go to a salon at this point and dye yourself red. That way you can't tell.
This guy knows. He brought the brown pants.
He brought the brown pants.
I might need that. Since everyone else walked away, I guess I'm gonna check the last 3 bodies.
Check them. Okay, give me a perception check.
You're not going to decapitate all of them?
Yeah,
No,
we
just
don't
one
we need
per
at least
bird.
need the leader?
The green dude was the leader. You just decapitated
Did we?
a random
I
one.
thought we wanted one person alive. We got the live person. I got a head.
That's
But
fine.
the green thug matches the description.
Oh, well, I hear them saying this from the cart. And I just
Make
don't-
sure you get the other one too.
The green one!
Give me
I
another.
started
Give me another survival
Sorry.
check.
Nat
I guess we
one,
do have
nat
one alive. We
one,
can just
nat
give him a
one.
confess.
23.
Okay.
Oh no.
That one much cleaner as you've learned your lessons from cutting the head off the kinku. That
Yeah,
you're
now
like,
I know where the
okay,
bone
let's-
is at.
Yeah, we'll start with the bone and hack, and you hack through the spine with a couple of clips, and then you just lift the head up by the hair and take a second, third or fourth swing and bring it right off. In just a few seconds there,
I used
much
the
faster.
hair.
He just
Tied
didn't know how
both
to
of them.
decapitate kinkus.
You'll use the
Yeah,
hair
that
to
was a
tie them
weird
to-
thing.
Right, and birds.
Tied them together to make it easier to carry. They're kind of like what's that toy that you?
The clackers? Are you doing that on the way back? Are you
I
clacking
work
these
anymore.
heads?
I'm tracking pockets.
Okay, give me
Don't worry,
give me a perception check.
It's 18 on the die plus 7.
Plus 7. Okay. So you find nothing on the kinku. He just doesn't. He was wearing that cloak, and there were no pockets in there to really be able to do anything with. However, the big guy had a coin purse on him with 15 gold pieces on it.
Pocket.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check at advantage for the distance. From a distance.
At advantage.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. What's the total? I mean, it doesn't matter. No one has a passive perception better than 19. So, all right.
Oh,
so
with sleight of hand, it's just 4, so 24.
24. Okay, sleight of hand 24. So you're easily able to just slip that out of his pocket and pocket the 15. Do you try and cut off the other two's heads?
What was left? The
They're-
goblin and
The goblin and
I don't want a goblin.
the
And
other
The
thing.
blue guy and the red guy.
The goblin
Oh,
seems
the-
like a
red-
And the
red's
goblin-
with
red
us.
guy's alive. Red guy's alive.
Yeah,
Okay.
blue's down here and the goblin's up there
You
somewhere.
could go cut his head off too, but he surrendered.
Yeah.
When in Rome.
No, I leave heads.
Okay.
The rest.
So
I
you
think
walk
two's
back to the
already
cart.
kind of a lot for me to carry.
Yeah, you walk back to the cart, knee deep in heads, clacking each other around. And you climb on up, and the red guy looks absolutely. The red
This is-
guy looks absolutely horrified. Make
I
me
have
an
the
intimidation
biggest
check.
smile on my face right now.
Make me an intimidation check.
There would be a clack. It would be like a.
There's no way. There should be higher than that. That's a 9.
9 total.
Yeah, I don't have intimidation. I am a cute rabbit.
It's
How would he
bizarre.
have-
It's bizarre. He is mortified. Absolutely mortified. But at the same time, he's just like, I'm like, it's almost the juxtaposition between the cute rabbit up to his arms in blood and dragging around 2 heads with that huge smile is overloading his brain. And he can't even be scared of the situation. It's just too weird for him. But let's say this, you guys drive the cart back to the city. You guys get there. Yes, Oric.
When everybody kind of rejoins back at the wagon, I'm sorry about that. I get into a fit of rage sometimes, get a little too gung ho, and I throw plans out the water. I'm glad we were able to achieve it though, but I was prepared to give you some gold, man. I didn't want you to have to front my mistake.
It all worked out at the end, but let's use our heads sometimes, yeah?
Rage does it to me. But thank you for your swift speed.
Milo's very confused, as he was inside of a barrel when that happened.
All right. Well, you guys drive your way back. You make it back to the city by 6 o'clock. You'd only been riding out there for about 3.5 hours. You're able to make it back to about 6 o'clock, 3:45 hours. The guard immediately draws weapons when they see the heads. And they say, "What? No, stand down. Everyone drop your weapons. Drop your weapons. Drop the heads. Bunny, drop the heads."
A guard?
Yeah.
We have done this a little more tactfully.
I would be
I don't
throwing
think he was
heads around
cracking.
while I was in the
Yeah,
car.
for 3 hours. 3 hours in the whole trip. He just.
I'm over here like this. He's over here like this.
They search the cart. They give us a look through of the cart, and they find the heads. And as soon as they they drop off.
I don't even know what to do at this point.
I mean, no. So
We
Mon would
were-
have walked in and be like, "Okay, so remember the bring back a head situation?"
Well, you're at
We
the
did
guard
both.
post. You're not at the guard
Yeah.
post. You're at the wall. So these guys don't know for sure.
Oh, we're not quite in the city.
You're not in the
yet.
city yet. You're being stopped. I'm sorry. I
Hmm.
should have specified. At the gate, they check your guys' cart over. They see one guy detained, and one guy's talking. One guard is talking to you guys about that. The one guard is like, "What's going on here?" And before you guys can answer, the other guard who's searching through sees the heads, drops off the cart, and says, "Heads! Decapitated heads!" And they start drawing weapons.
I pull out the contract that we took off the board, and I'm just like, "We're just here on a bounty. No ill will.
Okay.
These were bandits."
So the guard sergeant that's or the corporal that's in charge of the post here starts inching towards to grab the parchment, and with your high perception, you notice that on top of the gate, 2 archers are drawing down on you guys as an additional 2 guards are moving in. But he grabs the parchment. He kind of nods. He says, "That looks legitimate. I see the seal." He looks at the Harrigan's just blood red fur, and he's like, "Okay, let's make sure we don't pull the heads out until you get to the guard post." Yes.
Completely
Put them
understood.
Inside the barrel that I popped out of.
Okay.
And cover up the tongue.
And then use the tarp to cover it up.
Okay. So they let you pass on. You guys are able to make it back unhindered to the guard post. And you in the
So
same
you're
desk.
the smart one of the group.
And the same desk sergeant is there. And he sees you guys, and he's like, "Oh, well, that was quick." And he sees the Harrigan. He's like, "How did anyone come back alive?"
We have one. We have one.
Okay. He nods and he goes, "How? Okay. Where are the rest?"
Well, we brought evidence of 2 of them.
Boris.
Go ahead and give him a show, Milo.
He looks.
I
He
don't
goes.
want to anymore.
He looks, and Milo, you're kind of not. You haven't really entered the post fully yet. You're kind of at the threshold. He goes, "Jeez, get in here, gods, man, get in here. Bring those in here. Just let the civilians see that." Okay, how many? You said you had evidence of 2. How many total were there?
5 in total.
Okay. Did any
5.
of them escape?
None of them.
Okay, and he looks over at the guy that you guys got alive. And he says, "Is that true?" And the guy kind of is staring at his friends' heads for a second, and then he snaps out. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm the last one." And the
Do you need
sergeant-
evidence? I can go back.
he goes. He goes. Torn. God, no. This is fine. Well, let's. And he takes the heads from you, and he puts them behind the desk. He says, "We'll take care of that." While he's back there, he pulls out a lockbox, a strong box, and he takes a key and he opens it up, and he says, "This 200. Given that this is sufficient evidence for us to confirm that you guys handled the whole bandit raiding cell. As agreed, 200. And he takes the he waves over an additional guard. And he says, "Take this one to the holding cells," and they take off the survivor for you.
All right, now that business is done, we should go turn in the horse and cart. Make sure
Yep.
Mon gets his money back from fronting it for us.
Well, the money was for six. You guys used it the whole day, so there won't get any return.
Right, but we're to save us from paying for the 2-day expenditure.
Yes,
We had
correct. And so,
Yeah, so we go return the card.
Okay.
And then head back to the inn.
okay.
Yeah.
I can use a drink.
Okay. So you guys, if anyone who wants a drink pays a silver for it, and if you need another bath, pay a gold for it. Mon gets a 65 from the 200 for fronting the cost.
Leaves us 135.
135, and then I'll let
Would
you
that
guys.
be-
for?
Would that be? It's 10 copper for 1 silver, 10 silver for 1 gold.
Yes.
So basically, we would all get 33 gold, 7 silver, 5 copper.
Yeah, but you'd have to find a place to exchange it. He gave you
Exchange
it
it.
all in gold. I'll let you guys figure out how you want to do that. Maybe Oric, who blew up the plan, doesn't get. Just kidding.
I'm
think-
fine with just the 33 gold, and I don't care about divvying up the poor man's currency.
Okay.
Wow.
So
I'll
3
take
of
his
us will
share.
get 34, and he'll get 33.
Okay. Very good. Mark it on your sheets. And at that point, we'll say that you guys have your drinks. If you paid for them, you have your bath, and that you guys retire for the evening.
Yep.
Mon, you walk in and find Terax hunched over on his bed, like curled up in a little ball in his bed.
Already
Ranch-
asleep.
Yeah, already asleep. Ranshaw is not there currently. But eventually, or before you go to bed, he walks in. He says, nope. Excellent.
That's all he says. He just walks in and goes, ah!
Well, and he would be in his fall personality, so I don't even know what his fall personality would be.
He'd probably be pretty pissed off.
Let's
that-
get your best impersonation of it. What we think it would be, DM Jacob. The best
Estimate.
impersonation
I
of
guarantee.
his potential fall
I'll bet it's German.
personality.
I'll bet it's German. That's my
It's German.
guess.
Let's hear it.
No, fuck.
No, you got this. You got this.
Oric, my good. I can't.
I mean,
do
that's
it on
not
the
that
spot.
bad.
You do
No,
it
it's
so
not
good
that
on
bad.
Imperial Assault. Come
I know,
on.
I'm
that's
getting
the
very,
problem. You're
like-
asking me for it. If it's Imperial Assault, I can do it. Oric, my good friend. Welcome back. How was your adventure? Fuck. It's so good.
It'll
You're
do.
right. I can do a good one. I just can't do it on command. If there's an accent I can probably pull off, it's German, and yet I can't do it right now. Anyway, so he says,
Our adventure was something crazy. It's for another time. We're just gonna laugh at each other's accent. It's okay.
I do feel better now.
It's sad I didn't do an accent at this point.
You said you're sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it up now.
Yeah, he's very
Just-
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you guys eventually retire, and we'll say we'll pull that off. Did we get story-wise where this session was supposed to end? No. But it was fun getting there. It was fun making fun of Oric getting there. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We will call that at an end for the night. We are past the 3-hour point. We will be back next week, hopefully getting ourselves back on track. Maybe not. Who knows? Thank you guys again, though, for supporting us. If you can appreciate us at least being willing to try horrible accents and let the internet judge us, then please hit that like button. Please hit the subscribe button, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Deuces.